The CBS Radio Mystery Theater presents... Come in. Welcome. I'm E.G. Marshall. An ancient Persian poet once said, "If thou hast 2 coins, spend one for bread. With the other, buy hyacinths to feed thy soul." It is that search for symmetry and soul through an underbrush of superstitions that entangled ancient Egypt that spurs our tale today. The searchers were Nefertiti, the most beautiful queen who ever lived, and her husband, the pharaoh Akhenaten. They were very young monarchs, idealists, visionaries, and 2,000 years before their time.
There's someone in the river. You down there. What are you doing?
Swimming!
He must be mad. Why would anyone swim in the Nile at night?
Well, I dropped him overboard. I thought he was a stowaway.
You can't leave that boy in the river. Throw him a line. Hey, you! Get out of there!
What?
Don't you know the Nile is full of crocodiles?
Our drama, The Curse of the Scarab, is based on archaeological findings and was written especially for the Mystery Theater by G. Frederick Lewis. It stars Tammy Grimes. It is sponsored in part by True Value Hardware Stores. I'll be back shortly with Act 1. Interesting thing about an idealist. If you agree with his views, he is prophetic and farsighted. If you don't, he's a romantic, an ostrich head, a castle builder. Queen Nefertiti and King Akhenaten had built such a castle. In fact, an entire city, a place where artists could live, where culture could grow, where believers in one God could worship in peace. But for the beautiful Nefertiti, this heaven had become a hell.
True, I was a queen. I had almost alone turned a barren desert into the new capital of Egypt. Amarna, we called it. Modern palatial houses, tree-lined avenues, gardens, pools, room for 100,000 dreamers. Suddenly, the taste of achievement turned sour in my mouth. I had lost my little daughter to death and lost the love of my husband to life. Only one star, one ambition, shone for me in a very black night. I had one reason left to live.
You sent for me, Queen Nefertiti?
I've misplaced it again. I don't know why I do that. You suppose it's intentional?
You've lost the scarab necklace.
Don't tell me you found it.
I did, and I had the clasp fixed. Let me fasten it about your neck.
Of course, I don't wish to lose it. What am I saying? It was a present from General Horenrab. That time when I gave him the gold he needed to pay the soldiers, he gave it to me. It was his grandfather's. I think if anyone's been listening, they've gone away now.
Are you being spied on?
One never knows. Come closer, Mariani. The time is now.
Now?
Yes. You and I have talked about it many times. You take little Tutankhamun and my girls and keep them safe with your sisters until the day I can send for them. I'm not waiting one day longer.
Nefertiti, you're going to do it now? Leave Amarna in secret? But everybody knows you. The pharaoh will give the alarm and you'll be brought back.
Listen to me, Mariani. I thought it all out carefully. The first month of Shemu starts tomorrow. Our first month of harvest. My husband goes by chariot to every farm until the harvests are all gathered.
That gives you 2 months. Will you go by chariot to Thebes?
Too dangerous. There are Bedouins and outcasts everywhere. I would have to take an army along to protect me.
So what do you plan?
Many years ago, the Pharaoh and I went into the hills behind Thebes to gather the Fellahin about us, to make them believe in one powerful God as we did, not the countless gods of our ancestors. We disguised ourselves as beggars. I was a beggar boy carrying a bundle of clothes. So I shall become a beggar boy again and smuggle myself aboard one of the barges returning up the Nile to Thebes.
Nefertiti, I must go with you.
But what about your little sisters and my children? I couldn't have Akhenaten find them.
I have friends who will take care of all of them. They love children. No one will ever find them. But I can't let you go alone to Thebes.
Have you any idea how dangerous it could be?
I'll disguise myself as a boy also. We'll each carry a bundle of clothes.
More than that, I have vowed to bring with me the poor little body of my dear daughter, Meketaten.
Are you sure it's wise?
It's the wish of my life to have Meketaten buried in the consecrated ground of our ancestors in the Valley of Kings.
That takes time. The Pharaoh will learn of it.
Once I am back home in Thebes, Queen Tai, his mother, will protect me. She's never approved of her son's religion. I'm sure she'll do everything possible to see my baby is buried in honor.
Where is Meketaten now?
It's horrible. She lies in a secret crypt in the cellar of the palace.
But to smuggle even a baby's coffin aboard a barge, how can we?
In a basket. A plain, ordinary covered basket. Mariani, stop that. Someone will hear us.
Oh, I'm sorry. Sorry, Nefertiti. I can't help it. I never thought being in the hold of a barge would be so rough.
The Nile isn't rough, but every time 50 oarsmen pull at the oars together, the barge shoots forward like an arrow.
Well, whatever it is, I don't feel well.
It's being cramped down here for so many days with all those old ropes and smelly fish baskets. It doesn't help.
If I live through this, I'll never eat fish again.
I get so cramped down here on these boards. It's night now, so I can go out on deck. Stretch my legs.
Well, be careful. I don't want to be discovered.
I say to myself, if the sailors find out now, what can they do? We're almost at Thebes. They're not going to turn back to Amarna with 2 stowaways.
But what if they find the basket with Meketaten's body?
They won't. Down here it looks like any other basket. Now you rest, Mariani, and by morning you'll see. You'll feel much better.
Oh, boy.
You startled me.
Haven't seen you on board before.
I, work down below in the cellar.
What?
I mean, the hold. The hold.
You're not much of a sailor, are you? Works in the cellar. Is this your first trip?
Yes, it is.
Yeah, we're almost at Thebes. You have a family there?
Oh, yes.
I wish I did. But my old mother, she died last month. Haven't got any family anywhere now. Well, that's what comes of being a sailor. Well, not that they need sailors, with the old river freighters are nothing but elephant-sized rowboats.
You've been to sea?
Have I been to sea? If it weren't for me and sailors like me, Egypt wouldn't have a navy, I can tell you that. But I'm getting tired of life on the water.
Why don't you try something else?
Well, I would if I could, but being a sailor is the only way I can serve Queen Nefertiti. May the gods keep her well.
You're fond of the Queen.
Oh, I don't know an Egyptian who isn't. She's for the working people, and we know it. I'll tell you this, lad. It's an unfortunate marriage she's made. She's worth 100 pharaohs.
How could you serve the Queen on land?
Well, that's just the point. All I have is these 2 strong arms. But I'd die for her, make no mistake. Nefertiti, she's an inspiring little thing.
You're very flattering.
And you're asking an awful lot of questions, boy. You sure you're working this barge?
Of course I'm sure.
Wait till that cloud passes the moon. I'll have me a good look at you.
I think I'll have me walk around the I must go now.
Not so fast.
Hey,
Of course, I don't
Let go of me.
Now, I don't have to see you to find out if you belong in this old tub. There's one sure way to tell a seaman from a stowaway.
Go on now.
You lift up the suspicious characters.
Go on now, put me down.
That's what I'm aiming to do. And you hold him over the side.
Come on now, let me go.
Over the Nile.
Come on.
And you put him
Come
down.
on, let me go.
In it.
I'm in the river.
If you belong on a boat, you'll have no trouble in the water. But if you're a stowaway, you won't be able to swim. Is that you, Tom?
Nibseni, is this your watch?
All night. I like the night watch best. It's cooler. What are you looking at?
There seems to be someone swimming around down there. Can you see him?
Someone in the river? Why, yeah. You down there. What are you doing?
I dropped him overboard. I thought he was a stowaway.
Well, look sharp. Let's throw him a line.
What for?
There are crocodiles down there.
You know, you're right. I see one swimming toward him right now.
Hey, boy, get out of there.
What?
Head for the barge.
Oh!
There are crocodiles.
Oh!
Nefertiti, the barge isn't moving.
I know that. It could mean only one thing.
What?
By my count, we have spent 3 weeks and a day on this barge. We should be in sight of the harbor.
The harbor of thieves?
And my guess is we're waiting for the pilot to come aboard and guide us in.
I can't believe it. We're home. Oh, let me hug you. Oh, Nefertiti, you're soaking wet.
I went in swimming last night.
In the water?
Mhm.
In the Nile?
Mhm.
What? There are crocodiles everywhere.
A few. But there isn't a crocodile in the Nile who can swim as fast as I can.
Did anyone see you?
Oh, yes. By the time I came out, I had quite an audience.
Oh, you really have a lot of nerve, Nefertiti.
It's been too long since I rode horseback or swam. I used to love sports before I became queen. It's not good for anyone to spend their lives sitting in a golden chair. I'm going to change all that.
I know you will. You're the one woman who can do anything once you make up your mind to it.
When we pull into the dock in Thebes, the hardest thing I've ever had to do is before us.
You mean carrying that basket?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
It's a burden I wouldn't wish on a single Egyptian mother. But it must be done, or I'd never, ever be able to sleep peacefully again.
We today cannot imagine the importance of the afterlife as felt by the ancient Egyptians. An Egyptian anointed and protected the dead to ensure continuing life in eternity. That is why he surrounded the deceased with what he enjoyed on earth, so that the dead could continue the same existence in afterlife. I shall return shortly with Act 2. Try to place yourself in the dilemma that faced Nefertiti. Your daughter is embalmed, but has received no sacred burial rites. Your children are hidden somewhere in the city you have escaped from. Your husband, to put it mildly, is a religious fanatic. He also happens to be the most powerful man in Egypt. Only courage stands between you and the collapse of your entire future. You have taken refuge with the Queen Mother, your mother-in-law, in whose hands lies your safety.
And so, Queen Tai, I had to escape from Amana. You have no idea how strange your son has become. Sacrilege after sacrilege. Not the least of which was denying Meketaten a proper Egyptian funeral. That I could not have. I want her there, waiting for me in eternity when I die and arrive.
Oh, my poor child.
I wanted to believe in one God. I thought it made so much more sense than a separate God for every human effort. But when I saw how this belief, how unbalanced it made Akhenaten's mind, the way he acted, I had to escape with my child. We must have the proper burial before he finds out.
You're afraid Akhenaten will come here to Thebes
and try to stop it? Yes, I do. How long will it take, Queen Mother, to prepare the sacred ceremonies? Is there time to dig a tomb in the Valley of Kings?
Akhenaten will be taken to the Valley of the Queens, into a burial chamber I have built for myself. What's that? Don't be frightened. It's a signal which I must answer. I'll go myself and see what it is. Yes? What are you doing here?
The palace guards brought me. They said this is where I should go.
Do you have a message?
I do have something, my lady, but I want to be sure it goes into the right hands. The soldier said it was valuable.
Please give it to me.
Well, how do I know I'm giving what I have to the right party?
I am Queen Tai.
May the earth swallow me 1,000 pardons. I had no idea. The Queen Mother herself. I prostrate myself before you.
Get up. We don't do that here.
I'm a poor seaman. I meant no harm.
Neither do I. Now get on your feet.
Thank you. I could see by the carving it had a royal crest, so I came here. Came to the gate, and the chief of the palace guard said he recognized it.
It? What? Give it to me.
Well, this scarab on a necklace. I had no idea. It's not my fault.
May I have the scarab necklace, please?
Oh, yes, please. Take it. I don't want it.
Where did you say you found it?
On board a barge. Well, we came from Oman. I'm a poor seaman. I meant no harm.
What is it, Queen Mother? Oh, it's you.
Well, have I done something wrong without knowing it? I'm not a thief. I'm a loyal subject to the Pharaoh and Queen Nefertiti.
He has brought this necklace. I don't know why the guards escorted him to our door.
May I see it? The scarab. Queen Tai, this was given to me by General Hornrab. The guards must have recognized it. That's why this man was given safe conduct. Do you want a reward?
Oh, no, nothing. I had no intention of it. I knew it was valuable, but money, I wouldn't think of it. Just let me go, miss.
Do you know you are speaking to Queen Nefertiti?
Oh, no. I'm done for.
Your name is Ta. You are a seaman. You worked in a barge that arrived in Thebes from Amarna.
Oh, Your Highness, you are blessed with a godlike sight.
You are tired of sailing on river barges. You would like to work on land. Your mother has died.
Everything. She knows everything about me.
You will report to the commander of the palace guard and tell him the queen would like you to be her personal bodyguard.
Oh, come, child. What do you know about this ruffian sailor?
I know he is honest and faithful to the queen. And if he so much as catches any unauthorized person on the queen's property, he would throw them into the Nile, even if the Nile were filled with crocodiles. I don't think that Ta realized I was the stowaway he gave a bath to in the Nile. He was faithful, and he was useful during the hasty preparation of Akhenaten's funeral. Finally, the day came. The procession of mourners walked behind Queen Tai and myself, and we followed the tiny little coffin down the steep stairs into the tomb. I cannot bear this, Queen Tai. My eyes are so filled. I'm so very sad. I wish I could join my daughter.
Nefertiti, stop that. You have Tutankhamun, you have daughters, you have much to live for.
I know that for 18 dynasties we have believed that death was only the first step to a wonderful transformation. But supposing it's not the passage to the true eternal life, supposing Akhenaten is reborn, she will be all alone. I'm here and she's... How could she be happy there?
That is why her toys and her dolls and her little ebony and ivory chair, all the things she loved, are all being placed with her.
What if we're mistaken and it's not true? And when I die, I shan't see her again.
You ask too many foolish questions, Nefertiti.
I wish Akhenaten were here. He loved her once.
Akhenaten. He'd never allow this. We're heretics in his eyes. May the gods spare him when it is his time. We are now in front of the golden doors to the sepulchre.
Did they bring the cornflowers and raisins? She loved raisins.
Of course they did. Nefertiti, repeat after me. You will live again, Akhenaten.
You will live again, Akhenaten.
You will live forever, Akhenaten.
You will live forever, Akhenaten.
You will remain young as you are forever and ever.
You will remain young as you are forever and ever. We passed through the golden doors into the corridor which would lead us to my daughter's final resting place. All her toys and clothes and dolls and favorite foods and fruits and flowers were placed along the corridor. Behind us, guarding, was Tar, the sailor.
Where are you going?
I am a priest, you fool. I have indulgences for sale.
You cannot pass. I'm the Queen's bodyguard.
It's just the man I want to see.
You're a priest? Carrying that box around your neck like a street vendor selling figs and dates?
You know nothing about funeral ceremonies, bodyguard. I can see that. In this box, I have indulgences for sale.
In what? What are they?
Indulgences guaranteed to place the hand of the deceased into the hands of Osiris. Take a look.
Those clay figures can do that?
Very helpful. I'll make you a good price for a dozen. Less than a dozen is hardly worthwhile. It's not effective. A waste of your gold. Your mistress will appreciate it, I guarantee you.
Oh, I don't know anything about indulgences. All I know is no one is allowed in there. Now, you'd better go.
Akhenaten's coffin was placed in the inner chamber, the figurines of the protective gods at each corner. It had all been such a rush. The artists were still painting the walls for the story of Akhenaten's journey through the underworld to her final resurrection. Queen Tahai and I stood there crying, and suddenly the door was thrust open.
Nefertiti!
Oh.
Mother! What is this charade?
Akhenaten, son, restrain yourself.
Nefertiti, may you be accursed. May you be barren for the rest of your days. May you suffer the eternal damnation of the only true God, Aton, the sun.
Akhenaten, stop that.
Mourners, you call yourselves professional weepers, the lot of you. Miserable beetles all praying to crocodiles and dogs, monkeys, cows, and snakes. Defiling my daughter, Megatopton, defiling her, the high priestess of Aton.
Indulgences for sale. So you still here, bodyguard? What's happening inside the burial shrine? I hear all kinds of loud noises.
Oh, I have no idea. Haven't you sold all those trinkets yet?
Trinkets? You watch that sacrilegious tongue of yours.
You painter or artist, whatever you call yourself. What is all that nonsense you're daubing on the walls? Give me those paints. I'll paint you the truth. Smashed on the wall, reds, greens, blues, yellows. Those smears are what I think of your gods.
Nothing, you're killing Nefertiti. Look at her face. It is white.
Oh, Mother, how could you do this? I remember those grotesque demons around my father's deathbed, and now to see these monstrosities again. In this mockery assails my soul. Give me those cheap clay statues. I grind you to the ground. You, Osiris. This one, too. Anubis the dog. Lie on the ground, Anubis, where dogs belong.
He has gone mad.
How can you believe, too, modern Egyptian women, that these symbols mean anything?
Nothing.
Do you think The dark powers of the netherworld will be frightened by these playthings. How can you be so stupid to think this primitive magic will open up the gates of life after death? Open that door! Priest! Come in here! You! With that box about your neck.
Me? Did you call me? You called for a priest. I can help.
Yes, priest. Let me hear some mumbo-jumbo.
Unto the great God we deliver this child in peace, in peace, in peace.
Tell me, how much gold are you charging, priest, for a safe ticket to eternity?
Give me that box. What a
Don't win it. I'll show you what it's worth. That's what your indulgence are fit for. Mud, dirt, the ground.
What are you doing, Akhenaten? Don't touch that coffin.
I am taking the flesh of my flesh, the body of Megatotun, High Priestess of Aton, away from this place. Stand aside, all of you.
No.
In her honor, I lift high this golden box with this golden child. On the sacred body of my own flesh and blood, I say to you all, you are doomed. There is only one God, the giver of life and the taker of life. I shall now bring the remains of this child back to the city of truth, Amana, and bury her in the eternal house of Aton, the sun, free of demons, ghosts, dolls, and superstitions. And you, my loyal, noble wife, robber of bodies, defiler of Aton, you will be placed in chains like a common foreign captive slave and brought back to the city of truth for the world to mock.
It mattered little to me how I was dealt with. I vowed. When I saw the child's father trampling on the garlands of mandrakes and cornflowers, desecrating my daughter's voyage to eternity, I vowed that for 2 years I would go into mourning. I would wear coarse sacking. I would scatter dirt on my head. And only when my grief was paid for would I once again look up into the sky.
That cry from a mother who lived thousands of years ago in an ancient culture is the same as any mother's lament over a lost child today. Centuries have passed. Statues have crumbled. The desert sand has covered much of what dynasties of Egyptians had built. But sadness, courage, and love still remain. I shall return shortly with Act 3. The Egyptian word for stone markers on which ancient history is written is stele. I'll paraphrase 2 stele found in Amarna. And there was sadness in the temples of the gods and goddesses, from the Elephantine to the Delta marshes. Queen Nefertiti was kept a prisoner. She made no appearances among her people. The pharaoh Akhenaten led the court of Amarna in singing hymns to Aton, to which I shall add, they sang hymns while enemies cut off pieces of the land and Egypt bled away.
I tried to wipe the sad memories of Megatotun from my mind, but the other day I came across some little sandals I had been making her of woven glass beads, the strap to look like a lotus flower. I had never finished them while my dear one was alive, but I did have one affection left in the world, Horenrath, commander of our armies. It was a blessed day when he returned to my life.
So, this is where Queen Nefertiti lives.
Where she is imprisoned.
It is a big room. And up there, 5 steps up, I see the royal bed.
I sleep there when I sleep.
With the seal of the sun god on the ceiling.
At the Pharaoh's insistence.
And how is Akhenaten?
He lives in a world of his own. But so do I. Behind the curtains next to the bed, I have our real gods.
There's a plaster portrait I always loved. The famous head and shoulders of Queen Nefertiti in her royal blue headdress.
Would you believe it? Thutmose the sculptor is still working on it. He's never satisfied.
I should be satisfied to own such a portrait.
Thutmose is the only one who hasn't deserted me. Akhenaten lets him come occasionally to work on it. That's why the plaster and the colors and the palette knife are on his stand.
Oh, I see you still have my scarab.
I wear it for luck.
Nefertiti, I have come to tell you that the Pharaoh must die. He is killing Egypt by neglect, and I cannot stand by any longer and watch it expire a little every day and do nothing.
I have no feeling for Akhenaten.
I'm glad. There is no one else who can get close to him but you. So, it is you must do it.
I couldn't.
Then I will. But when I do, I'll need your help.
How can you ask me to be a part of this? My own husband.
Loyalty after what he's done to you? Dragging you through the streets in chains. Oh, I know it was 2 years ago, but never in the history of all Egypt has anyone of royal blood been treated like a cheap trophy of war. When does Akhenaten visit?
No set times, but I don't expect him today.
Nefertiti, you are still queen of our people. They are being murdered in Usalim, in Lebanon, in Palestine. The lands surrounding us have all been lost to the enemy. It's too late to bring back to life the hundreds of thousands who have died, but it is not too late to rid the world of an insane pharaoh.
Who sent you here?
500,000 people who looked to Amarna for help, and who died waiting.
I cannot.
Then I shall have to do it alone. I believe the Pharaoh is arriving.
I'm very afraid.
Good afternoon, my dear. I've asked Thutmose to join us shortly. We will have some pictures made. How are you, my dear?
Good day, Pharaoh Akhenaten.
Ah, I know you. What are you doing in Amarna? Why aren't you back in Thebes with the palace guard?
My king, do you know that all the provinces of Egypt have been lost? Everything gained by your father, Amenhotep, and his father before him?
There have been whispers, Nefertiti. I don't like whispers. So I've asked Thutmose to sketch some pictures showing how happily the House of Aton rules. You and I together. He'll be here in a moment.
My king, have you heard me?
Then we'll have these new drawings copied on temple walls and public places all over the land. You, sir, you are interrupting me. Of course I heard you. I know all about that. Every day I receive a letter from some prince or governor asking for this, asking for that. Troubles, invasions. Who believes that? They want our gold.
You knew. You've known all along?
I never believed a single clay tablet. Where is that Thutmose? You're spending too much time fooling around with that head of you, Nefertiti, and that silly blue hat. Hornab, you may leave us. Go back to your army.
Egypt has no army. In 2 months, maybe less, the entire Nile and maybe Hittite. Do you believe that?
King Hatti wouldn't dare.
You have forgotten. King Hatti is dead. His son is king and ruthless.
They know Egypt is a land of peace and harmony. They'd have nothing to gain.
I can't stand to hear you talk such nonsense. Akhenaten, don't be a fool. The general could still organize an army if you'd let him. Stupid. Stupid.
You dare talk to me, your god, like that?
Yes.
You said... Take your hands off me, Hornab.
I am holding your arm so long as it is raised against the queen. Put it down.
How dare you? General, you will go down into the courtyard and stand by the pool where I can see you from this window. You will stand at attention.
I shall be there, Pharaoh.
Let go of me.
Why do you squirm so? There. I release you. I'd say this figure Thutmose did of you could be improved on.
Don't you dare touch
The shoulders are much too big for the head. Suppose we cut a bit off.
Stop it! What are you doing? You're crazy!
Suppose we cut down the other shoulder to make it even.
You're a destroyer. I should have known. Give me that knife. You leave that beautiful thing alone. Coward.
Get off the floor. You're not hurt. Now, kneel. Kneel, I say. That's better. God forgives you.
God? What God? How would you know if he forgives anybody? You can't even make the ignorant and superstitious believe, with all your gold discs on the altars of temples, with all your destruction of statues of the great pharaohs. The Fellahin once threw stones at you. Now it's hate. Egypt hates you, Akhenaten.
Those priests in Thebes deserve what they got. Empty treasuries. I didn't destroy statues. I tore down false gods. And if the priests hate me, they hate the truth.
The truth as you see it. What about the Egyptian who lives now? You can't destroy him, deface, or chip away what's in his heart. That's where I carry the old gods. Inside. And so do they.
How do you know? You're confined to the palace. Amana is filled with those who believe in the one sun God. Fine people come here from all over to reject superstition.
You really believe that? Your one God is the joke of the city. Superstition. Why, you're more superstitious than the most ignorant camel driver. Did I say you were hated? Egypt is laughing at you.
Be quiet!
Did you enjoy slapping my face? Did your God tell you to do that, coward? The way he told you to murder our daughter, force a 6-year-old to burn to death under the sun? I will never forgive you for that if I live to be 1,000 years.
Nefertiti, you don't understand.
Get away from me.
Come down from those steps.
I don't want you near me, don't you understand?
You don't know me anymore, please.
I'm standing here on the top step. Don't you come any closer.
It's your bed, dearest one. We are husband and wife.
Stay where you are. Fear is written all over you. Enemies around you, enemies at home. What is your God, Aton, the sun done for Egypt? Have hidden behind this curtain. There. Oh, look. There they are. My gods. Thoth, the standing baboon. Sobek the crocodile. They protect me.
You traitor.
What has he done for us, your one God? Where is he?
I am Aton. I am God. I am God of the universe.
I didn't see the palette knife Akhenaten still held in his hand. He came up the steps towards me, trying to get at me. Somehow it caught in the curtain. He turned and stumbled down the steps. He fell on the palette knife and didn't rise. The gods had struck him down. He was lying face down. I turned him on his back and pulled the knife out. I tried to stop the blood. It wouldn't stop. And then I fainted.
Nefertiti, are you all right? Are you all right now?
Yes?
I heard you cry out and I came in. I found his body and carried it outside. Here, let me wipe the blood from these steps.
What?
You had fainted. The Pharaoh breathes no more.
No more.
All is taken care of. In a few minutes, they will find the Pharaoh below with a strangled soldier beside him. I took the knife from you and put it in the soldier's hands. I will tell them I found the Pharaoh stabbed, killed, found his murderer, and avenged the death.
The next moments were a nightmare. I began to shake with a chill that would not stop. Hornrab lifted me to my feet, and then he deliberately kissed me hard on the lips. I have never had such a sick feeling of revulsion in my entire life. I slapped him and beat my fists on him. And then he held me away from him. I was helpless and horrified.
Egypt, in the hands of weaklings and women. But that will change. Oh, yes. Wipe your lips. You will never remove my mouth, Nefertiti. Don't tell me you loved him. You never loved him.
Low creature. Son of a tailor.
Now that your hand is steady with a knife, I am not good enough for you.
You were never.
No. You threw yourself at me. You always have. Oh, thank you, Hornrab. I shall always wear your scarab. I could buy more women than you in a Nubian market for half the money. Keep the scarab in memory of what you will never have. A man. I go now to protect your name. My last service to Queen Nefertiti of all Egypt.
And so I, Nefertiti, queen of all Egypt, stood alone to rule my people. I had survived death. I had survived treachery. I had survived love. There will be many who come after who will say I was willful, headstrong, selfish, and perhaps even foolish. But none but the gods will know the strength and the love in my heart was for one deity alone, Egypt.
We close now the golden doors on that golden age and hope these extraordinary people have come alive for you. Like the alabaster vases unearthed from the pharaoh's tombs today, 30 centuries later, the luster remains. The splendor of those ageless dynasties will never dim or die. I shall return shortly. Not often do we get the chance to dramatize a conflict of ideologies set against a blazing background of power and wealth. Were it not for the triumphant world tour of Egyptian artifacts, these ancients, like a cavalcade of Rip Van Winkles, might have gone on slumbering forever. True, there were always interested experts and students of Egypt, but today, this unusual land and life has awakened everyone. Our cast included Tammy Grimes, Russell Horton, Evie Juster, and Earl Hammond. The entire production was under the direction of Hyman Brown. And now, a preview of our next tale.
I guess this was in the back of my mind ever since I first saw your face.
What was?
How would you like to be Mr. Leo Winters?
Oh, no way. I'd like being Al Grissom.
Don't you see how easy it would be to take his place?
Yeah, fine, but what happens to him?
Well, that's the problem, isn't it?
Yeah, that's the problem.
I thought maybe you could think of a way out.
Yeah, I can, but I don't like it.
Try it on me.
No, I think you've already tried it on, and you like it.
Maybe.
Not maybe, positively. That's what you wanted to lay on me when you said you wanted to talk.
You're not only sexy, but you're smart.
Yeah, you bet. Smart enough to stay away from murder.
Well, who said anything about murder?
I did, my lovely, I did. I said murder.
This is E.G. Marshall inviting you to return to our Mystery Theater for another adventure in the macabre. Until next time, pleasant dreams.
Tune in tomorrow night on the Radio Mystery Theater immediately after the 8 o'clock news for Dead Ringer.
The CBS Radio Mystery Theater presents... Come in. Welcome. I'm E.G. Marshall. I make my living as an actor. Almost all of us do work for a living, but some people have strange occupations, such as making false teeth for reindeer, sitting on flagpoles, or even jumping motorcycles over the Grand Canyon. Our story today deals with a man whose business was killing.
$50,000 has already been deposited in the numbered account in your Zurich bank. And an additional 50 will be forthcoming upon completion of this contract. The target must be dead within the next 10 days, and he's out of the country. Who is he? General Luis Ray Saturnino.
The price just went up, Mr. Jones. For killing General Saturnino, my fee is $250,000.
Our mystery drama, The Assassin, was written especially for the Mystery Theater by Murray Burnett and stars Larry Haynes. It is sponsored in part by True Value Hardware Stores and Buick Motor Division. I'll be back shortly with Act One. Unfortunately, violence is an ugly part of our everyday lives. Happily, most of us are only indirectly involved, but we're reminded of its daily presence every time we pick up a newspaper or listen to newscasts. Some of us enjoy a vicarious thrill by stepping into this dark and dangerous world for a few hours through books, plays, or motion pictures. I invite you to listen as we embark through the magic of radio on a journey through the torturous world of hired assassins.
This is an extremely important assignment. You've heard of General Luis Ray Saturnino.
Oh, yes. Presently dictator of Aragona.
Exactly. It's essential that he be removed within the next 10 days. As always, we've already set up contacts for you in Trobia, the capital city of Aragona, where you'll pick up your weapons. Access to the general will also be provided. Your fee will be the usual.
No way. The price for killing the head of a state will be a lot steeper than my normal fee, and you know it. The risks involved here are far greater than...
I told you we'd arranged it so that the risk will be absolutely minimal.
Yeah, on paper. I'm the guy who's going to stick his neck out in Aragona.
Haven't our arrangements been letter perfect in the past?
The price is $250,000, half in advance, as usual.
Ridiculous.
And get yourself another boy.
Your contact in Trobia will be a Senor Messina. There will be $125,000 placed in your Zurich account. Here are your plane tickets and passport. You'll note that the likeness is very good, and your name is Duncan Appleton.
I don't know very much about construction.
Neither do the people you meet. You won't be there long enough to run into any trouble with that cover. You'll leave on a 9 a.m. flight tomorrow. Good hunting.
Numbers danced in my head as I left Jones's office. With what I had already, plus this $250,000, I could quit. But what would I do? Business was out. The only talent I had was already being used. I put the thoughts of retirement away. As I reached my apartment, the phone was ringing. Hello?
Luggage properly used and scuffed with the initials DA will be arriving at your place within the hour. The code phrase is lie detector.
What?
It's not as bad as some you've had. There should be a relatively simple way of introducing it into an early conversation.
Yeah, I suppose there's also a counter code phrase, huh?
Yes, there is. It's those things really do work.
Yeah, well, let's hope, for all our sakes, they do. A funny thing happened to me on my way to the airport the next morning. Despite my telling the driver I wasn't in any hurry, he evidently was. And he kept cutting in and out of lanes in fairly heavy traffic. I saw the look on the face of the driver of a trailer truck he cut off and opened my mouth to warn him, but I was just a second too late as the truck came zooming up on our right. Unless it's happened to you, there's no way of describing it. I must have lost consciousness when the truck hit us. All I know is that when I came to, I was sitting on the side of the road while traffic piled up all around the scene of the accident, with a truck driver screaming at a chauffeur who was screaming back. I had no idea who I was or what I was doing there. All I knew was that I wanted to get away from there. No one was paying any attention to me, so I got up and found I could walk. I went over to the service road that paralleled the highway, leaving the sirens and the hubbub behind me. An empty cab came by, and I hailed it. The driver looked at me curiously when I hesitated telling him where I wanted to go. I groped in my pockets and found an airline ticket and told him International Airport.
Will passenger Duncan Appleton please report to the service desk? Duncan Appleton to service desk, please.
Duncan Appleton. I recognized that name as being on my passport. I went to the desk. Maybe there'd be some help in regaining my memory. What there was a phone call. And I found myself talking to a voice I'd have sworn I never heard before.
I heard about the accident. How are you?
Okay.
I'm glad you had enough sense to avoid the police, accident reports, and all that nonsense. How'd you manage?
I walked away.
You may really be worth what we're paying you. Just get on the plane now, and I wish you a safe trip and a happy landing.
On the plane, I discovered that I was going to Aragona. But what for and why I'm headed for Aragona escapes me. By the time the plane landed in Trobia, Aragona's capital, I'd discarded the idea of going to a hospital and reporting my loss of memory. It was mid-afternoon as I stood at the exit gates after passing through customs, wondering whether to take a cab and ask the driver to recommend a first-class hotel, when a man approached me.
Senor Appleton?
Yeah. And you are?
Senor Teodoro Messina.
Oh, yes, of course, Senor Messina. How are you?
Very well. And you, senor?
Oh, never better. How are my accommodations?
Oh, you, senor, are, of course, staying at my house. A hotel would not be suitable. My car and driver will be here shortly. As a matter of fact, I am waiting for something of grave importance.
Oh, what's that?
I wish to make absolutely certain that you are Senor Duncan Appleton.
Hey, what is this? Here's my passport with my picture, my name. What else do I have to do to convince you? Take a lie detector test?
Well, those things really do work, you know, Senor Appleton.
Well, I'm sure I didn't come here to engage in a discussion of lie detectors, so why don't we just...
Of course. Here is the car now, and the chauffeur will take care of your luggage.
I decided to try and feel my way. until I could make some kind of judgment as to who I was and what was I supposed to be doing. I excused myself to wash up before dinner, and after an excellent meal over coffee, I began to probe whenever Messina gave me an opportunity.
I hope you enjoyed your dinner, senor.
Oh, yes, it was excellent. Excellent, delicious. I even enjoyed the candlelight of it was just the two of us. I take it you're not married, Senor Messina, huh?
My wife passed away 5 years ago.
Oh.
I miss her. Where's for the candlelight? I prefer it. You are not at all like I expected, senor.
Oh, no? Well, tell me, what did you expect?
Oh, it almost seems let me put it this way. You are less decisive than your reputation led me to believe you would be.
Oh, well, that's interesting. Anything else?
Yes. You seem to have no questions.
Well, appearances are deceiving. Believe me, Senor Messina, I have lots of questions.
At your service.
Yeah, in a moment. First, I'd like you to continue telling me what else about me surprises you.
Everything. You know we have a deadline, yet you display no anxiety. Forgive me, wrong word. A man like you would naturally show no anxiety. But you seem to have no concern about the safety of this house, about your contacts, or about your supplies.
Oh, well, I expected you to offer me those details without my having to ask.
Senor, I think it's necessary for me to do some further checking on your credentials.
Well, I hope that won't put a crimp in our schedule.
In my profession, I have found it best to follow the old saying, it's better to be safe than sorry.
Yeah. You have visitors?
No need to worry. He's expected, and my man will admit him. What happens now will go a long way towards helping me make up my mind about you, senor.
I wondered who the visitor was. Should I know him? Or would he know me? I knew something was expected of me, but I still didn't know what. I decided that if my loss of memory was definitely exposed, I'd tell the truth. But having gone this far, I decided to wait and see. The door opened to admit a small, ferrety-looking man carrying a large package. Before the man took 2 steps into the room, Messina spoke rapidly.
Well, I am not introducing you for some very good reasons, which I will explain privately. Just hand the package to the gentleman and let him open it.
I was conscious of both men watching me intently. I wondered what I would find when I opened the package. My mouth fell open when I saw what it contained. 2 small caliber guns fitted with silencers. I picked one up and turned it over in my hand.
Senor, I believe these are the weapons you prefer. A 25 caliber Beretta, a 22 Colt. Isn't that what you customarily use? You seem astonished, Senor Appleton, if that is really your name. I wonder why you should be so surprised. None of us may like the logical answer to this little riddle.
As both Messina and Giulio looked at each other significantly, I raised the gun I had in my hand and involuntarily pulled the trigger.
Huh? Holy mother. Did you see that, Julio? He snuffed out one of the candles. Enough. No, senor, enough. I apologize for anything I may have said. Please accept my most sincere apologies.
It is said that certain skills, once learned, are never forgotten. For example, riding a bicycle. I'm not sure that this holds true with all other skills. Personally, I can assure you that this isn't so with ice skating. But evidently, it does hold true for shooting. I'll be back with Act 2 shortly. Modern sociologists are fond of using the term alienation to describe the plight of many of the individuals in today's world. The alienated individual has difficulty finding a place for himself in this hectic civilization. He may, according to the sociologists, even feel disoriented at times. The conclusions they draw is that it's terribly difficult for many people to live useful or even moderately happy lives in our present society. But consider the gigantic handicap of trying to conceal the fact that you've lost your memory.
Hello.
Senor Jones, this is Messina from Trovia.
Yes, they are. The scrambler's on. I assume you have good reason for making this call?
Yes, I am deeply concerned about Senor Appleton.
In what way?
Well, he's behaving in a most peculiar and uncharacteristic fashion.
Give me an example.
First, when I met him at the airport, he seemed to be unaware of the identifying code. And now that I think of it, he may have stumbled upon the phrase accidentally.
Well, that's not uncharacteristic. The senor I know detests having to use codes. His making you sweat was probably his way of getting back at me.
That is possible.
But you think he's an imposter?
I did at first, even though he was on the correct flight and had the code word eventually. But there is no possibility of that.
What changed your mind?
Julio delivered the weapons, and he shot out 2 candles.
Oh, then your concern is based on abnormal behavior.
In my experience, yes. Now, he is scheduled for a meeting with Major Barranquillo this afternoon. Now, at the best of times, the Major's temper is most uneven. And with this situation, and his own neck at stake, if the Major's dissatisfied in any way, there will be nothing but trouble for all of us.
You have a point.
Well, I called for instructions.
Yes. All right. Postpone the meeting and move the entire schedule back one day and wait to hear from me.
You sent for me, J.J.?
Yes. You'll have to leave for Aragona earlier than we'd planned.
Oh? Trouble?
I'm not sure. Messina doesn't like the way EX has been acting.
I don't understand.
Neither do I. But I trust Messina's judgment. And if he's concerned, then we have to take some action.
Along what line?
On assumptions. First, what could cause EX to behave strangely? We know he doesn't use drugs, is sparing with alcohol, and has no personal attachments. Therefore, we have to assume that perhaps, somehow, he's discovered our master plan.
If EX knows the whole deal, he'll blow everything sky high.
Including you and me.
Me, definitely. And I am not going to live the rest of my life knowing that EX is gunning for me.
Exactly. Now let's assume, as we must, that EX has somehow discovered we've sent him to kill General Saturnino, to put Major Barranquillo in power, so that we can gain control of the new mineral deposits discovered in Aragona.
Oh, that's only half the deal.
Granted. I'm assuming that he also knows you're going to be in Aragona and kill him for the Major, thus punishing the foul criminal who murdered the General and sweeping the Major into office in a tidal wave of popularity.
It doesn't change anything.
Except the date of EX's execution. And you'll leave for Aragona immediately. You will ambush and kill EX before he carries out his assignment.
But then what about the general?
You will also kill the general and enlist Messina's help in transporting the body of EX to the general's office so that you have a corpse to prove your heroism. And then you'll give the credit to the brave major.
I don't like it.
Why not?
First, because EX will be suspicious of me.
I just went through that with you. He may know, but he doesn't know that we know. There's no reason for him to suspect we're going to change our plan.
So you say. But I trust EX as much as I trust a cobra.
Which is why I suggested you ambush and kill him.
Fine. And then I have to keep the body on ice until we set up a meeting with the general and kill him. Then depend on Messina not to cross me and bring the body to where we want it.
I will admit the plan has more people in it than we like. But do you have an alternative?
I'd made a discovery. It only frightened me. I could handle a gun. I still had no idea who I was, but the evidence was inescapable that the job I'd been sent to Aragona for had something to do with my ability to shoot. After the shooting incident, Messina had politely told me that my important appointment had been put off till the next day. I strolled around Trobia thinking that perhaps if I'd been there before, something would jog my memory and give me a clue to my identity. I came to a rather attractive sidewalk cafe and decided to sit for a while and think.
Senor, may I join you?
Oh, please. May I order something for you?
Thank you. A Campari and soda.
Well, that sounds sensible. And now, tell me why.
Why I order the drink?
No, why you asked to join me.
Oh, because you are obviously a stranger. Because here in Trobia we pride ourselves on our hospitality. Because I was also alone. And because you seem like the kind of man who would interest me.
And just what kind of man interests you?
If I said someone like you, then we would be back to square one, so...
What's your name?
Elena Nunez.
Where'd you learn to speak English?
In school. Here in Aragona. English is taught along with our native tongue.
Do they also teach you to pick up strange men in cafes?
Oh. Now you are being rude.
Well, I'd rather say direct.
I think I shall leave you and pay for my drink.
No, please. Stay. If I offended you, put it down to the fact that I'm just not myself today.
You find that amusing? Not being yourself?
No, it's a private joke. Don't you have any?
Oh, yes, but my big one is personal.
Well, aren't all private jokes personal?
I suppose. Anyway, as I said, I find you simpatico, and so I will let you in on it. In Aragona, most girls are brought up to marry, to learn how to please a man and find a husband. But I wanted a career, and I got it.
Now, where's the joke?
If you turn your head and look at that large, empty space across the street, you will be looking at it.
I see the empty space, but it doesn't make me laugh.
I studied to be an architect. I am an architect. Being a stranger, you can't possibly know that General Satsuninos... Oh, well, do you know who he is?
Wow. From his pictures plastered all over town, I take it he's your president.
Exactly. But his dream is to erect a palace of culture in that vacant space you're looking at. And he ran a contest for architects. And I won.
Well, congratulations. But I still don't see the joke.
Well, at the moment, there are no funds to build this palace. So I started looking for another job, and everywhere I got the same answer. We can't hire you because you're shortly going to be starting to build a palace of culture. So you see, you win, but still you lose.
That's sort of a bitter joke, isn't it?
Ironic. Now tell me, what is your business? You're an American, I can tell. Where do you live?
You know, you ask a lot of questions.
But how else do you get to know about people?
Don't I get to ask any questions?
You know all about me.
Well, all but the important things, like where you live, whether you have any family, what makes you laugh, whether you're a night person, a day person.
And also, you don't know that I read palms.
And you're good at crystal ball gazing, too.
No, I'm serious. Give me your hand.
Okay, I'll go along with you here.
Oh, this is an interesting palm. Now look at your headline. And this is your heart line.
Mm-hmm.
Now you see how much stronger the headline is? That means that your head rules your heart. You're single. You've never had a really serious illness in your life. You have strong feelings, but you keep them well under control. No? Fine eyesight, good manual dexterity. Well, how's that for a start?
Fascinating. You doing anything today?
Not a thing, unless they've started building the palace. It doesn't look like it. But what about your business? Don't you have...
No, not till tomorrow. Look, why don't we spend the rest of the day getting better acquainted? I couldn't remember when I had enjoyed myself more. Of course, I had to warn myself that I couldn't remember anything, but Elena was marvelous company. We walked and talked. And by the middle of the afternoon, I knew only that I liked this girl very much. When I suggested that we find a place where we could eat or drink something, she took me to a secluded courtyard. Hidden from the street was a delightful outdoor restaurant. We sat, we ate, we talked. And finally we fell silent. Elena looked at me.
You seem to like me. When are you going to trust me?
I suppose I have to tell someone, and soon. You see, I've lost my memory. I don't know who I am or what I'm doing here.
For how long?
Well, the last thing I remember is being in an automobile accident. I found my passport and airplane tickets to Trovia. My passport said my name was Duncan Appleton, and I have no reason to doubt it. And when I got here, I was met at the airport and taken to the house of a Senor Messina. Do you know him?
The name is familiar.
Well, I thought maybe by talking with him I'd get a clue to my identity, but so far nothing.
Well, you're staying at his house. Doesn't he seem friendly?
Yeah, friendly, but not simpatico. Now, what I need desperately is to bump into just one person who knows me and understands, can help me by recalling incidents we both know.
I'm glad you told me. And I wish there was something I could do.
Well, there is. Have lunch with me tomorrow. Same place where we met.
You have a date.
Hello.
It's me, J.J.
Go ahead, Ghislaine. You came in on the scrambler. How are things in Trovia?
Cloudy. It seems that EX developed amnesia as a result of that automobile crack up on the way to the airport.
Have you seen him?
No.
Well, how'd you discover this?
Thanks to you putting Elena on him. It's in her report. She spent most of yesterday with him.
Then we can rely on its accuracy.
I feel certain we can.
EX doesn't know you, does he?
No, he's never even seen me. We deliberately kept it that way, you'll recall, because we always felt he might become expendable. But this presents a whole new set of problems.
Not really. It only calls for a new set of solutions. Now listen carefully, and I'll tell you how to proceed.
The 17th century poet John Donne ended a famous poem with the lines, "Nowhere lives a woman true and fair." This sentiment certainly seems to apply where Elena and her relationship with a man who believes he is Duncan Appleton is concerned. But women have been known to change their minds. I'll be back shortly with Act 3. Most of us have, in our travels at one time, experienced the feeling of being a stranger in a strange land. Sometimes the feeling can generate a sort of pleasurable excitement, but it must be pure horror to be in that position and to be a stranger to yourself, a man who's lost his memory, which is what's happened to Duncan Appleton in Trobia, the capital city of Aragona.
After my day with Elena, I slept better than I had since I arrived in Trobia. At least now I had someone to share my secret. I looked forward to seeing her at lunch. But when I came down to breakfast, seated at the table was a man I'd never seen before. He seemed to know me.
Good morning. I don't recommend the bacon, but the eggs are excellent and the coffee superb.
Good morning.
Well, since you don't seem to know me, let me reintroduce myself. My name is Killane. J.C. Killane.
I'm Duncan Appleton. What did you mean, reintroduce yourself?
Well, we're colleagues of long standing. Only you don't remember me, do you?
Oh, I'm sorry, but I...
Don't apologize. I know you don't remember anything before that smash-up on the way to the airport.
How do you know?
Very simply. Senor Messina wasn't entirely satisfied with your behavior. He called our boss, Mr. Jones. Does that ring a bell?
No, I'm afraid not.
Well, don't let it concern you. I'm here to help you. Now, Jones guessed that perhaps you'd taken a blow on the head that had temporarily blanked out your memory. Now, he sent me down to check. Now, sit down. Enjoy your breakfast. With my help, perhaps you'll soon remember everything.
Well, I surely hope so.
Now, first, your real name is not Duncan Appleton.
It isn't?
No. You are E.X. Kyle. The E.X., I believe, is fictitious, your sardonic way of identifying your occupation.
Which is?
Executioner.
Now, wait a minute. Wait just 1 minute. Why should I believe any of this?
Take a look at this, please.
It's just a card.
Oh, a little more than that. You'll note your picture in the upper left-hand corner and a number of dates and some figures.
Yes, I can see all that.
Well, this is a record of your employment with us.
And who is us? Who am I supposed to be working for?
These figures on the card represent the amounts paid for various assignments. I mean, these will jog your memory. You see, the date of this latest payment was only 4 days ago.
$125,000. And what's the plus for?
That's the first half of your fee. When you complete the assignment, you get the second half.
I'm sorry, I just don't remember any of this.
Okay, let's keep trying. If you look at your passport, you'll see that your occupation is listed as a contractor, a man who puts up buildings. That's the way you'll be presented to General Saturnino. The name ring a bell?
Well, I know who he is, that's all.
He's your target. These are the architectural plans for a palace of culture. It's a pet project of General Saturnino's. You'll be admitted to his office with Major Baron Kilo, the General Special Aide. Inside the plans will be whichever gun you select. You simply draw the gun from the plans and shoot the General. Baron Kilo will take you to a private door leading from the General's office. It goes directly to the street. There will be a car waiting for you. Your escape route has been arranged to the last detail. Now, Does this recall anything to you?
I'm sorry, no.
Too bad. But you remember what I just told you.
Oh, yes, vividly.
Good. That should enable you to get through your meeting with General Baron Kilo, which has been set for tomorrow morning.
If I make a mistake with the Major or the General,
You'll be unemployed. And in your business, the compensation for unemployment is death.
I went to keep my luncheon appointment with Elena. I wasn't happy with what Ghislaine had told me, and I certainly couldn't reveal it to Elena. She was waiting with a smile, and giving some coins to an organ grinder's monkey who was hopping about on the terrace while the organ grinder played on the street outside.
Look, Dustin. He's a perfect little gentleman. Isn't he adorable?
Yeah, it's very cute. I think I'll have a carafe of wine. Do you prefer white or red?
Whatever. Isn't it a beautiful day?
Uh-huh.
Are you angry with me?
No. It has nothing to do with you at all.
You have found out something about yourself.
Look, let's not talk about it.
Oh, look, here comes the little monkey again. Have you any change? I gave him all mine.
Well, just wait till I pour my wine and...
Senor Pequer, senor, the wine. He loves it.
I didn't just let go the table.
Senor, can you have the wine?
Why, that little devil has grabbed the carafe. Here, give me that. I stood there in the midst of shattered glass. Wine dribbling down my suit, the proprietor fussing with apologies, offering to pay for the cleaning, waiters mopping me with napkins. And I froze. Because I remembered everything. Elena looked at me. I suppose my face had betrayed me.
You remember.
Yeah.
Oh, that's wonderful.
Is it?
Oh, how can it be anything else?
If you're smart, you'll walk away from me. I know who I am and what I am. No decent person should even have to look at me.
I don't think you're anywhere near as bad as you make out.
Oh, no? All I'll tell you is that I'm in a monstrous business.
I think you're exaggerating.
You do, huh? Well, listen to this, then, now that I remember everything. I had just come from talking with a man who I know I never saw in my life. He tried to convince me that we were old friends. And I think I'd better figure out the reason he said that.
Talking about deceit. What would you call a girl who told the people you are working for that you had lost your memory? That she'd betrayed you? What would you think of me now?
It's been interesting knowing you, Elena. Don't call me, and I won't call you. After what Elena had told me, I decided I'd better get back to Culain fast. Not allow him to know I'd regained my memory and try pumping them before Elena told him I was myself again.
Hey, all back so soon?
Yeah, I decided to play it your way. The sooner it's over with, the better I'll feel. Do you think you could move the appointment with Major Barraquillo forward?
I can always give it a try.
Good. By the way, does the Major know you?
He knows of me.
And, just how long have we known each other?
Ever since you came to work for us? 9 years ago.
The name of the company?
International Facilitators Limited. And it's headed by J.J. Jones.
I wasn't the least surprised to find that Culain was able to arrange an appointment with the Major almost immediately. I returned to Messina's house to report to Culain, but he was out. And I found Senor Messina in a state bordering on panic.
Senor Apicol, I give thanks to God that you have returned. I have a most urgent message for you.
From whom?
A lady. She said that it's most important that you meet her in the cafe where you met with the monkey. It's a matter of life and death.
I'm not interested in anything that lady has to say.
Believe me, she was sincere and desperate, senor.
Thank you, Messina, for your concern. I know the lady, and you don't.
You are mistaken, senor. I know her better than you. Elena is my daughter.
I mean to kill you.
Well, I'll admit that's an intriguing statement for openers, but I don't know what you're talking about or who they are.
There is no time for suspicions and lies between us. I know who you are, what you have come to Trovia to do. And they are the people who employ you.
Well, I seem to remember they also employ you.
Oh, yes. Say anything you want about me. Only believe what I am telling you.
Why are you so suddenly concerned about me?
Because I fell in love with you. No, don't say a word, please. Just listen. When I first was told to meet you and find out about you, it was just a job. And then you were so obviously lost. I just couldn't help it. Well, you know it is true because you feel the same way about me.
Why didn't you tell me then?
Because I thought we were just two of a kind. My plans for the palace were chosen because Major Valentier arranged it. I love you, believe me, believe me.
I almost wish I could.
You are to be taken to the general's office by Major Valentier. There, you will shoot and kill General Santonino. Then, you have been told by the Major, he will take you to a private door which leads to the street, to safety, and a car will be waiting. But not for you. Killeen will be waiting behind that door, and he will kill you. And then they will take your body back to the general's office. Killeen will leave as you were supposed to. And then the Major will give the alarm. You were an assassin and a loyal aide of the general, and he killed you. Well, do you believe?
I believe you.
It is you they are going to kill.
Okay, what do you want me to do now?
Run away.
You don't run away from Mr. Jones, not for long. Now, just let me think. Let me think. Yeah, that just might work. At least it seems to be the only way.
Oh, well, tell me.
No. It's better that you don't know. And then if anything goes wrong, you really don't know. Look, meet me back here in 2 hours with your passport and just one bag. And make sure that you're not followed.
Where did you get to? I wanted to know how the meeting with the Major went.
You were out, so I ran an errand.
Well, the meeting go okay?
Yeah. It went fine. Killeen? You see, I know who I am. I've regained my memory.
Great. Then there's no need for me to go over the execution plan again.
No, none at all. Because the general isn't going to die. You are. Wait.
Señorita Garcia?
Yes?
It's for you, señorita.
Oh, thank you. My darling, a beautiful lady once read my palm and told me that my head always ruled my heart. She was right. This way. Saying goodbye, only one of us is doomed. I love you. Believe me, as you said, you loved me earlier. And so I give you the only gift worth having. The gift of life. Please live it happily for me.
In his farewell note, E.X. Kyle told Elena that his decision not to meet and run away from her was a decision made by his head, not his heart. I think it was just the reverse. An affirmative act of love. We might quote from Dickens and say, it was a far, far better thing he did than he had ever done. Giving up his life for the woman he loved. I'll be back shortly. I believe it's generally held that women, as a whole, are more romantic than men. A very wise man once told me that the opposite is true. And as proof, he gave this example. When a man sees a policeman, he thinks of authority. hated or not, of all the majesty and penalties of the law. But when a woman looks at a policeman, all she sees is a man in a uniform. Something to think about and argue, I do believe. Our cast included Larry Haynes, Marion Seldes, Earl Hammond, and Jackson Beck. The entire production was under the direction of Hyman Brown.
This is E.G. Marshall inviting you to return to our Mystery Theater for another adventure in the macabre. Until next time, pleasant dreams.
Presents Come in. Welcome. I'm E.G. Marshall. Possibly no period has inspired so many stories of high adventure than the fragment of history known as the Wild West, the era of the cowboy, and his endless war against the gunslinger, the sheep herder, and the Indian. Yet it was only a snippet of history, lasting less than a generation. By the beginning of the last decade of the 19th century, the Wild West was ancient history. Here's an unusual tale from that snippet which may strike you as a parallel with another ancient legend.
Stay cool, Lucy. I'll handle it.
But you can't. They're killers, all of them.
Boone, I'm calling you out. If you ain't got a gun of your own, you better borrow one.
Our mystery drama, On the Side of the Angels, was written especially for the Mystery Theater by Ian Martin and stars Earl Hammond and Evie Juster. I'll be back shortly with Act One. The notoriety of the Wild West was at its height from 1870 to 1880, which is where our story begins, innocently enough. Somewhere in Wyoming territory, a solitary wagon drawn by one sturdy workhorse heads down a mountain trail towards a distant and sparse settlement. Behind the wagon, a cow pony hooked to the tailgate follows along. This is a special rig, a welcome sight to all in this wilderness land. The bandwagon, a traveling general store on wheels. It is driven by a ranch peddler, a tall, lanky man with a heavy, dark beard, straggled with gray, that grows high on his cheeks, till not much of his face can be seen below his worn old Stetson, but a pair of bright blue eyes.
Get along, get along. Get along, doggy. Well, I don't blame you for pricking up your ears, Baldy. Just singing a little old song to forget how hungry I am. And thirsty. Man, I am bone dry, and I reckon you and old Blue back there are, too. So let's you and me pull off the trail here and head for that spread over there. And we can get that young man at the well to give us a drink at least. Hey there, young'un.
What can I do for you, Sagebrusher?
Well, me and my two ponies here is dry as a gulch. I was wondering, could we water down here?
Sure.
Oh, thank you.
Just help yourself out with the dipper there from the bucket I already drew. I'll draw a couple more and fill up the trough while you unhitch your ponies and bring them over.
Well, I take that as right kindly of you, son.
I'm not a boy.
Oh? Well, what are you then?
I'm a woman. My name's Lucy.
Well, he sure could have fooled me in them Levi's and busted out hand-me-down boots with them worn-down heels.
These are my work clothes.
Oh, well, you on this spread all day by your lonesome?
No. My daddy and my 2 brothers live here, too.
Well, they don't appear to be about.
They rode into town like they do most days.
Leaving a little slip like you to handle all the chores?
I best get some water in the trough so the horses can drink.
Yes, I reckon. Hey, come on, Baldy. Come on, Blue. That's the boy. There you go.
Oh, I don't guess that'll be enough. I'll get you another bucket.
No, hold on, ma'am. I'll carry the bucket for you.
Oh, no, that's all right.
Well, I ain't going to steal it. But don't look so scared.
I ain't scared.
Then what?
Well, just surprised, I reckon.
Oh, you ain't used to having a man doing for you, huh? You don't have to answer that. Hey, come on now, give me the bucket. Now, your mom up at the house?
My mom died 5 years back.
When you was just about frying size, huh?
Stop talking as if I wasn't grown up. I was going on 18 when she passed away.
Well, you don't say.
I do say. Here, let me do that. It's my job.
Oh, no. Especially not when you're doing me a kindness. Now, if you hand me the dipper, though, I'll wet my own whistle before I let the horses finish up.
Sure. Here.
Thank you kindly. That surely does taste good.
Taste more.
Now, I don't suppose you'd have something for me to eat up at the house, ma'am, and maybe some feed for the horses?
Well, I'm afraid I...
Well, no, now, don't get me wrong. I'd be willing to pay, only not hard cash money. But you could choose what you want in trade.
Like what?
Oh, now I got pots and pans and knives and yellow soap and tallow candles, pins, needles, thread, buttons, fancy and plain, dress goods, calico, homespun, and cotton of all kinds.
You're a bandwagon.
That's right, ma'am. I'm a ranch peddler. I'm new to these parts. Name's Hank Boone.
Pleased to make your acquaintance, Mr. Boone.
Mostly folks just call me Hank.
Could I see some of the dress goods, Hank?
Why, sure thing, Lucy. Now, you just step around to the back of the wagon. Here. Now, I brought a whole new batch up from Cheyenne this trip. The latest thing, just like they have back in the East. Here, let me show you. Now, there's plain cotton, and this here's fancy. They're prints and calico with stripes and squares.
Ain't they pretty? What's the point tempting myself? They ain't for me.
Well, you fill me and my horse's empty bellies for a couple of days, Lucy, and I'll cut you enough cloth for you to make a Sunday go-to-meeting clad in trade.
Oh, I couldn't do that.
Why not?
I'd need to have my daddy and my brothers say so.
Wouldn't they consider it a fair trade?
I don't reckon so. You better ask them for yourself, Hank, because here comes my daddy and my brother Curly right now. I gotta make tracks so they won't see me talking to you. I don't want them angry with me.
Well, why should they be angry?
I can't explain it right now.
Well, howdy.
Who in tarnation are you?
I'm Hank Boone, the ranch peddler.
What are your critters doing in my water trough?
Well, drinking, of course.
Water's scarce around these parts, mister. Who said they could freeload?
Well, now,
It was my sister, wasn't it? I seen her run away from the back of your wagon when we rode up.
Well, if you'd let me explain, I was just offering her to exchange some yard goods for the water and a square meal for me and my pony.
We don't want no yard goods, Mr. Peddler.
Well, I'll make you a better barter.
Yeah, what?
Now, your ranch looks pretty run down to me. Corral gate falling off its hinges, and barn roof needs mending. And the ranch house needs chinking and pointing. You feed me, and particularly my horses, good, 3 squares a day, and bed us down, and I'll fix your roof and your cabin and your corral.
Well, you'd have to sleep out on the horse barn.
Well, I got my own crumb roll, and I'll doss down in the wagon.
Okay, you got a deal.
That's mighty generous of you, Mr.
Stubbs. Jim Stubbs, and don't thank me yet. You're gonna work for every bite you get.
And don't you forget it. I'm certain sure I won't be let to.
I don't like you, mister.
Well, reckon the feeling's mutual.
All right, Curly, all right. And you, Mr. Candlestick Boone, get on with your chores.
Pronto, Senor El Presidente. Your wish is my command.
Why, that ornery sidewinder. Let him go, Curly. Pop, if you gone plain local, why'd you want to hire him? First off, because he's right. The spread needs some work. Second, he's cheap. And third, you get a look at that wagon. Not real close. A lot of money tied up in that stock, son. You, me, and Buck could make ourselves quite a little profit on that layout. But it ain't ours. It will be, son. It will be.
Mr. Mayor.
Yes, Henny, my love.
I wanted to talk to you about some of the invitations. It's a powerful long list.
Well, with elections this close, we can't afford to disappoint anyone.
Now, don't you think I know that? Already made plans to set up lanterns in the yard below the hay lick. This is going to be the biggest and best hoedown Frontsville ever had. I'll see to that.
That's my little wife.
I just hope I can get everything ready in time. You realize it's only 1 week from tomorrow night away?
Pretty darn close.
Powell.
Yes, my love.
Do I have to send an invite to Jim Stubbs and those 2 no-count sons of his?
Now, Henny, Jim Stubbs and his boys are all fired up useful to me come vote roundup time. See, they're mighty good at persuading folks to fall in line. And I need every vote I can get this election.
Oh, very well. I just hope maybe they won't come.
And they might not at that. They ain't much on fandangos and such.
Mostly because they know we'll serve punch and not whiskey. In my books, they are animals. Oh, I sure wish I could include that poor little Lucy in the invite.
It wouldn't do any good. They wouldn't let her come.
What have they got against that poor girl?
In fact, she's a woman. Stubbs haven't much use for women, except fancy kind.
They work that poor little thing like she was a jughead mule. They have her fetching, carrying, cooking, doing a man's work sun up till sundown. She might as well be a Cinderella.
Danged if you ain't just about hit the nail on the head. Only instead of the mother and the 2 ugly daughters, Lucy Stubbs has got Jem and his mean sons.
Without any chance of a Prince Charming coming along.
Let alone a fairy godmother. Shucks. What are we doing wondering over other people when we got enough problems of our own? What we can't help, we can't hassle over.
Well, I'd still like to include her in the invite.
And you'd only cause her trouble, Henny. She's got enough of that already.
Who's that?
Lucy.
Now, what are you doing down here by the barn this time of night, Lucy?
Well, I just finished my chores and washing the dishes. I came down here to get your dirty ones.
You can have them, but they aren't dirty anymore. I washed them.
Well, you didn't have to do that.
No, ma'am, I didn't. Only, well, that's not the real reason you come down here now, is it?
Now, listen, honey. Don't you get any ideas.
Well, I got lots of them, Lucy, but none of them ought to worry you.
Well, all right. I'll tell you why I come here. If first off you tell me why you stayed.
Because I was hungry. Me and my partners.
You and the horses got a bellyful tonight. You could have took off soon as it got dark. You don't need to work like a dog for them just for bed and board. You could ride on down into Frontsville with your bandwagon and sell off a quarter of that stock you got in the wagon.
Yeah, I reckon I might have done.
So? Why'd you stay?
Well, ma'am, maybe on a hunch. See, I can see you've been getting a thick end of the stick for a long while now. Maybe I had a notion I might help you out some.
I was afraid of that. That's why I took a chance on coming down here tonight.
to tell you to pick up your heels and get, Hank, just as fast as you can.
Well, why would I do that?
Because if you don't, the only way you're going to be leaving this spread is feet first.
Remember I mentioned that this story might remind you of an old legend? Well, we have some of the elements established already. But where in the rough and tumble of the old Wild West do you suppose a Prince Charming might come from, let alone a fairy godmother? I shall return shortly with Act 2. For quite a long while after the concerned girl had made her surprising statement, the tall, lanky ranch peddler regarded her solemnly, his piercing blue eyes never wavering. As he contemplated her, he reached into his shirt pocket to pull out a tobacco sack. His teeth against the grizzled beard were white and strong as he pulled the string with him to open the sack, his other hand creasing the cigarette paper deftly. Then he sprinkled some tobacco in it, licked the edge of the paper, and with the ease of long practice, rolled the cigarette.
Now, who did you figure was going to fix it so I got laid out for the white women, Lucy?
Them.
All three of them?
My brother Buck's the worst of them all. He's quiet, but just plain ornery.
I see. Do you mind if I light up?
No. Yes. Why don't you listen to me?
Yeah, but I am. I'm just trying to understand how you can be so certain sure.
I heard them. Most times they don't even know I'm around. But tonight was sort of different. As soon as Bucky come home, they sent me down to the well to get water.
So?
We didn't need no water. They know I fill up the barrel every night before supper. They was just trying to get rid of me. So, as soon as I got outside, I snuck back in the shadow of the lean-to by the kitchen window, and I could hear what they were saying.
And what were they saying, Lucy?
Well, Daddy was doing the talking. He was telling Buck he only took you on so you'd get the layout back in shape. And then they dry gulch you, steer your wagon in the stock.
And just how were they going to send me up Salt River?
Kill you? Or just shoot you?
For no reason?
Oh, they'd have a reason.
What?
They'd say they caught you messing around with me.
And what would you say to that?
I don't rightly know. A woman's word don't carry much weight in the prairie dog courtsmen run round here.
Maybe so. Well, looks like I'm forced to pull up stakes.
Oh, yes, Hank. Please go. You don't have a chance with them. They tote iron all the time, and they use it. But you don't even wear a gun.
That's right. I don't. I'm a man of peace. I'm just a peddler.
And that's why you don't know about people like my brother.
Well, like I said, I ain't so worried about me. I got time. You don't. Here. You better take these and get on up to the ranch house before one of those brothers takes a notion to wake himself up and wonder just where his little sister is.
Mr. Mayor.
Why, yes, Henny. What are you doing down here at the office?
I just dropped off all the invites to the hoedown at the post office, except in one.
Yeah? What's that?
I want little Lucy Stubbs to have one, even if she can't come. Only I want to make sure she gets it.
Yeah, well, that might pose problem. No, she never comes here to town to pick up any mail.
That's right, Powell, honey. But ain't you planning to ride over to Grant's Junction on election business?
I am.
Well, then, you got to pass me enough by the Stubbs Ranch. I was thinking you could just stop off and make sure this gets into Lucy's hands herself.
Howdy, stranger.
Howdy.
You working the stub spread?
Well, I'm just helping out whilst I rest up my ponies. I'm a ranch peddler. There's my bandwagon. My name's Hank Boone.
Well, pleased to meet you, Mr. Boone. I'm Powell Bloomer, mayor of Frontsville. I surely hope you're going to favor our town by passing through. I'm certain the ladies could do a thriving business for you.
Well, I intend to be there pretty soon.
Glad to hear it. Any of the stubs about?
Well, no, I don't expect Jim or his boys back much before sundown. They went up to ride fence on the north pasture.
That's so. How about Miss Lucy?
Yeah, she's riding fence, too, about a mile up there on the east.
Well, I got a letter here I'd like you to get to her.
You want I should ride up and take it to her?
Well, I wouldn't want to put you out, Mr. Boone, but I'll tell you the truth. I'm kind of anxious it should get into her hands, and, I wouldn't want it.
You, wouldn't want her menfolk to know about it for some reason?
Well, I don't know how to explain.
Mr. Mayor, you don't have to. I've met Mr. Stubbs and his boys. You can rest assured this will get into no hands but Miss Lucy's.
Somehow, I have no doubt. Here, Mr. Boone.
Thank you.
And by the by, if you're going to pay us the courtesy of a visit, and you should happen to be in town a week today, Saturday night, I'd like to issue an invite to a general hoedown and fandango Mrs. Boomer and myself are holding.
I take that mighty kindly, sir. If I can attend, I'd be proud to. I guess I could ask you the same question. What are you doing here?
Oh, a couple of calves busted out through this hole in the fence. I'm taking down the last strand so I can drive them back into the pasture before the rest of them critters take a notion to bust out onto the range with them.
Well, you get the rest of your wire down, and I'll fetch in your Mavericks for you. Yep, there you boy. Oh. There we go, top strand. A snug home, and your whole fence is as good as new.
I ought to thank you, but I wish you'd get on out of here.
Well, now, if you're worried about your kinfolks, them honorary brothers of yours and your pop took off to ride the west fence all the ways north, clear to the end of the ranch.
Well, they might take it to change their minds. I just don't want no trouble.
Well, what trouble could there be? Like I told you, I am a peaceful man.
You also said you was a ranch peddler, and that ain't the whole truth either.
Now, what does that mean?
I watched the way you worked those strays when you rounded them up. You're no peddler.
Well, I never said I've been a peddler all my life. I've been a lot of things.
And there's something else.
What's that, Lucy?
You ain't scared a bit of my brothers and my daddy, and you ought to be. Now, just who are you, Mr. Boone?
Come on, Lucy. Let's mount up and get to riding some fence whilst I tell you the story of my life.
You've been talking for most an hour, and you still haven't told me one real thing about yourself.
Well, Lucy, I told you I've been a cowpuncher. I've been boss. It was my whole life until I cut out and put all I saved into a bandwagon.
Oh, I know you talked a heap about what you was and what you are, but you ain't told me why.
Why what?
Why you ever gave up a life you know you loved.
Well, maybe I just got tired of being lonesome. Maybe I took a hankering to settle.
So, why didn't you?
Well, got to find a woman first. Oh, hey, there's a nice stand of shade trees. Now, why don't we cut over there? Huh? The ponies need a rest, and I reckon we could use a little noon meal, huh?
I didn't bring anything to eat with me.
I did. I took the liberty and snuck in the kitchen. Now, I got bread and cheese and a slice of meat. Well, you can give me 15 minutes to get a fire going, and we got coffee to go with it.
coffee, Lucy?
Oh, no. I've had enough. First food I've eaten as long as I can remember. I didn't have nothing to do with preparing.
Well, that was the object.
What do you mean?
We'll give you a little rest for a change. Having somebody do for you instead of you doing for them all the time. How do you stand it, Lucy? Why don't you cut and run?
No cash money, for one thing. What would I do? Oh, I reckon there's only one thing a woman alone can do for a living out here in the frontier. I wouldn't cotton to that way of life.
But you got no life here.
That's for sure. I ain't set foot off this spread since my mom died. Don't even get to ride into town, even for mail, once in a while.
Oh, land sakes, I plumb forgot.
What?
Well, the whole reason I rode out the line to find you. Here, I got this here for you.
What is it?
Oh, it's a letter. Fellow rode by and said he was Mayor Bloomer out of Frontsville, and he wanted to make certain sure that this got into your hands and nobody else's.
Oh, what's in it?
Well, why don't you open it and find out?
I will. Oh.
Hey, now, Lucy, I mean, how come it gets to you so?
How could I explain?
Well, I would listen.
You wouldn't understand.
Won't you try me?
Well, I'd like to. Well, maybe you are the only one might understand. You see, this here is an invite.
Well, if that's something to cry about.
Well, it is if you can't go. It's not just any old hoedown. This is the biggest event of the whole year.
Well, why can't you go?
Well, first off, because I wouldn't be allowed to. Anyways, because what would I wear? I don't even own a dress I could wear just to wash up the dishes.
Well, that's no problem.
What do you mean?
Well, you know how to sew?
Oh, I used to when Mom was still alive. I reckon you don't forget.
Well, I got needles and thread and whatever fabric takes your fancy.
I got no way of paying you.
Now, did I ask you to?
Oh, Hank, I couldn't. I shouldn't. And, well, even if I did, it would just never pan out.
You'll never know until you try.
They'd never let me go.
Well, will they be at the hoedown?
Well, they always get an invite, but they don't go. They'd just rather go drinking and playing cards and hanging out with them fancy women down at the saloon.
So how would they know if you win?
Oh, it don't signify. I got no way of getting there.
My coach and one are at your disposal. Cinderella.
Huh?
Well, isn't that just what you're like? And haven't you got a chance to escape just like she did?
Oh, I want to go to the hoedown real bad. Just to wear a dress again and get off this old ranch. No use fooling myself. I ain't about to meet me Prince Charming like she did in the story.
Like I say, you'll never know unless you try. Now, stranger things have happened.
Maybe the strangest of all is figuring an old sourdough like you for my fairy godmother.
Well, I'm too long in the tooth and the beard to be anything like that.
Well, I'd still like to know who you are to do this for me.
Well, let's say I'm a fellow who found the way to set himself free. Then maybe I'd like to help anyone else do the same thing. Now, you going to do it, Lucy?
Yes. Lord help me. I am. In spite of all, I just want this one fling.
In spite of all what?
I can just feel it in my bones, Hank. Nothing comes that easy to me. Oh, I just pray to heaven nobody gets hurt, ain't got it coming to them.
The story unwinds like a coiled lariat. All the parallels are there, and all the characters, except one. Prince Charming. Where can he possibly come from? Well, as Lucy said, who could imagine that a grizzled old sourdough could play the role of the fairy godmother? If that could happen, perhaps anything is possible. I'll be back shortly with Act 3. The week before Frontsville's greatest shindig has fled rapidly for Lucy. She had picked a pure white cotton, overprinted with a pattern of blue flowers. She has sewn it in secret, in moments stolen from her daily chores. And it is finished none too soon, because tonight is the night of the dance.
Ain't you riding into town tonight, Daddy?
Depends on boys, Lucy.
I thought maybe you might be going to Mayor and Mrs. Bloomer's big shindig.
No, we wouldn't be going there. Tea and punch and lady fingers ain't just our style. We ride in, we go for man's enjoyment. Regular Saturday night poker game. Oh, Curly. Well, what's your hired hand have to say? Oh, he reckons about 2-3 more days he'll finish up. Yeah, steady. We got time to make our move, huh? Yeah. Where's Book? Saddling up. Ain't we riding into town? No reason now we shouldn't. I'll go get my car out and my gun belt.
What time will you all be home?
What do you care?
I'd just like to know.
Well, then I guess somewhere the other side of midnight.
So they're finally gone.
Yes.
Oh, I thought they would never leave.
So did I.
Yeah, but they did. And it's getting sort of late. Now, ain't it time for you to get all dressed up for the ball, huh?
I ain't going.
Well, how come?
It's too dangerous. I know it's going to mean trouble.
Now, you mean to tell me you spent this whole week making that dress, planning, getting ready, and you're just going to plain throw it all over?
I don't want to, Hank.
You're even going to spoil the best surprise of all.
What surprise?
These.
A pair of shoes. A pair of Sunday go-to-meeting dancing shoes.
Just your size.
Oh, Hank, they are beautiful.
Only if they get worn and if they fit.
Well, it appears as if they are, huh?
Well, why don't you go and find out?
Hank, I can't. It's too dangerous for you.
What time are those three getting home?
Not before midnight. Probably not till near sunup. But I couldn't take any chance. Till midnight, I'd ought to be safe.
Okay, then I'll be your coachman. I'll drive you to the hoedown and fetch you home before midnight. And then I promise I'm going to take off for good before they try to dry gulch me.
If that's a promise, then I'll take my chances and go to the bar.
Miss Lucy, are you ready?
You can come on in, Hank.
Oh, my, oh, my.
You like?
Oh, you are about the prettiest sight I ever did see. What did you do with your hair?
I washed it and brushed it and put it up with hairpins you loaned me.
Well, if you ain't a princess, I don't know what is. But only one thing is missing.
What?
This here, to put in your hair.
Oh, Hank. A comb with real brilliance. Oh, where'd you ever find it?
Well, I didn't. It was my mother's. Will you wear it tonight?
Are you sure you want me to?
Oh, yeah.
Then I'd be proud to. Like that?
That's just the way it should be. Now, come on. You don't want to be late for the party. Here you are, madame.
I'm scared. Afraid to go in?
Just swallow once and put your best foot forward. Here. Come on, let me help you down.
Oh. I feel just as light as air.
Aw, you don't feel no heavier than a tumbleweed. And you are powerful beautiful.
Am I, Hank?
Appears that way to me.
No, I wish you was coming to the dance with me.
What, an old rawhide like me? And I cramp your style. Now, you go find yourself a nice young buckaroo.
Suppose I can't find one I want.
The mayor and, I guess that's his wife. They're waiting for you on the receiving line.
You'll be back for me before midnight.
Now, don't you worry. And even if you're a little late, the old bandwagon won't turn into any pumpkin.
Right nice to see you, Mrs. Breed.
Good evening, Mrs. Breed. I hope you're going to allow me the honor of a dance later.
Good evening. I don't believe I know you.
I have my invite.
Lucy Stubbs? Why, I'd have never recognized you in a million years. Why, child, you're lovely.
Oh, I thank you kindly for saying so.
Why, it came.
It is. It's Lucy Stubbs. Hiding all that beauty these last few years under a sweat-stained hat and some old worn Levi's. Why, could you believe it? Lucy, your family here?
No, sir.
Oh. Well, how'd you come?
A friend brought me in his wagon.
Oh, that ranch peddler who's staying out your way?
Yes.
Yes, well, why didn't he join us?
He didn't have an invite. I reckon he's some shy about most folks. But she'd like to be the best person in the whole world. I wish he was here. I wouldn't feel so alone.
Well, you ain't going to be alone for long, child. You know, once I take you into the dance, you're going to have to fight them off. Having a good time, Lucy?
Oh, the best, Mr. Mayor.
Yes, but you found a young man?
Oh, not quite yet.
Oh. Well, looks like you have a new partner. I've never seen this young man before.
Me neither.
Bow to your partner, Lucy. Oh, shucks. Now, is it that easy to spot me, huh?
You can shave off all your whiskers and come up with skin pink as a baby, but you can't change those blue eyes.
Skin pink as a baby, huh? And as tender, I can tell you. Took me best part of an hour to hack off all that stubble.
It took me a whole week to turn the sow's ear into silk purse. Ain't we a pair?
Well, not quite. You're beautiful.
And what do you think you are? And so young. Can't we go somewhere right away and just be alone?
Well, now, you don't have to twist my arm. Come on. What are you laughing at, Lucy?
Us? You, I reckon.
Well, what's so funny?
That my fairy godmother went and turned into my Prince Charming. It ain't quite the way the story went.
Now, this is our story, and we make our own happy ending.
Oh, Hank, I can't believe it's happening. You, me. Now, why'd you wait so long to tell me?
A week?
Why didn't you say something sooner?
Well, I had to give you a chance to know. The way you were situated. Any way you could fly the prison you were locked in might have looked good. Well, I couldn't let you take a route you'd cry over later.
So you helped me make a dress, found out myself as a woman, and spread my wings.
Princess, you were made for flying.
Only right back into your arms. Oh, Hank.
Oh, Lucy. So, it's just like the story. A happy ending.
No, it ain't that easy, Hank. What about my family?
Well, we just walk away from them or ride.
You mean I can never go back home?
What did you leave there that you have to take with you?
Nothing, except...
Now, it's coming on to midnight. Now, let's you and me get back to the party and make our farewells.
Mr. Mayor.
What is it, Henny?
Look who just came in. It's the Stubbs boy.
Yeah, so it is. Well, we did invite them, you know.
Against my will.
Well, Lucy and that nice young man.
Yes, and I don't see them.
I'll go greet Jim and his boys. You go see if you can find Lucy and tell her to keep out of sight. Why, good evening, Mr. Stubbs. I didn't think we were going to have the honor of your company.
Well, me and the boys felt we ought to put in a token appearance.
Well, you're most welcome. Can I get you some punch?
I know 'em. I reckon we'll just... Oh, what? Look. That's pretty good, all right, but what? You can't recognize your own daughter? That's Lucy. By damn, you're right. Who's that fancy fella with her? Well, I wouldn't know him without the whiskers. Excepting for them boots with the fancy stitches he's wearing. That's the ranch peddler. Why, that ornery no-count going behind our back.
I hope there isn't going to be any trouble.
No trouble, Mrs. Bloomer. I'm just going to call him out. And you just stay out of this, ma'am. This here is man's business. Hank Boone.
It's Curly.
Now, stay cool, Lucy. I'll handle it.
But you can't. They're killers, all of them.
Boone, I'm calling you out. If you ain't got a gun of your own, you better borrow one.
You don't want to call me out, Curly. I'm warning you.
Don't you try to weasel. You gonna have a gun on your hip?
I'll do better. You let me fetch my belt, and I'll have one on both.
Why'd you do it, Curly? We could have took care of him back at the ranch. I never did like the guy. What's the difference, a ranch peddler? I got nothing to worry about. Just the same, we don't take no chances. Now, I got Buck covering for you to one side. The moment you draw, he'll squeeze off and drop him. Okay. I'll stand away, boy. He's coming out from his wagon.
Please don't go up against him, Hank.
You've been spoiling for this since we first met.
But he's a killer, Hank. Aren't you afraid?
Yep.
Then don't.
I'm not afraid for me, Lucy. And it has to be if you and me are going to have any future.
You ready, peddler?
I'm ready.
Then draw down. No, don't shoot.
I ought to, Jim Stubbs. Your boys tried to sidewind me, and I had to kill them both. This ain't any prettier for me than it is for you.
Can't you smile again, Hank?
Well, give me time, Lucy. At the moment, I'm too ashamed of myself.
What do you have to be ashamed of?
Well, I grew up a cowhand. I was always quick with a gun. I was only 20 when Pecos John come to our town. Now, he picked the quarrel. I didn't. It was just my gun was faster. And then from then on, I was a marked man.
What do you mean?
Well, every vaquero figured he could slip a gun out of the holster faster than I could, wanted to go up against me. And I was marked for a killer. I didn't want it. Knowing as I did, sooner or later someone would draw faster than me, so I took my savings and bought me a bandwagon and just hoped for some peace.
Well, ain't you got that now?
Yes, Lucy. I am daring to hope I have. But that ain't the best part.
What is?
It ain't gonna be a long, lonely ride anymore. I got company to keep me warm. I got you.
And in the old days, the wagon would have traveled off into the sunset while music played and 2 words would have been printed over the scene. The end. Which, of course, is true enough for the story. But for Hank and Lucy, the legend should have read, The Beginning. I'll be back shortly. kind of raw justice that was meted out in the days of the Wild West is, of course, indefensible. No nation can live by anarchy. But sometimes, particularly when it's only a story, we can all silently applaud the side that we think is right, even if the methods are against our natural impulses. For example, I would hope that in the story you have just heard, you would be on the side of the angels. Our cast included Earl Hammond, Evie Juster, and Ian Martin. The entire production was under the direction of Hyman Brown. This is E.G. Marshall inviting you to return to our Mystery Theater for another adventure in the macabre. Until next time, pleasant dreams.
This is the voice of the Rocky Mountain West. Radio 85, KOA, Denver.
The CBS Radio Mystery Theater presents... Come in. Welcome. I'm E.G. Marshall. Time, said Mr. Thoreau, is but the stream I go a-fishing in. Yes, all of us go angling in the stream of time. And for each of us, it's exactly the same body of water. Then, how to account for the fact that some succeed in landing whales, while others can only come up with minnows? Let me say this. I'm an extremely practical person. I'm a scientist.
I know that.
I believe in the scientific method.
Of course.
I only accept what can be demonstrated.
Please, Doctor.
You call me doctor. You respect my credentials.
I do.
That little girl is here, playing on the ground.
That little girl died last week.
Did she? Listen. Our mystery drama, Childish Laughter, was written especially for the Mystery Theater by Sam Dan and stars Alexander Scorby and Laurie March. It is sponsored in part by Buick Motor Division. I'll be back shortly with Act One. The best of men cannot suspend their fate. The good die early, the bad die late. So speaks the poet. The pure flame burns the brightest and is therefore most quickly consumed. So says the chemist. Thus, we have one of those happy, if infrequent, agreements between art and science. It is twilight. The narrow two-lane roadway twists a tortuous trail through some of the loveliest, if loneliest, country in the Northeast. The man driving the car is convinced by now that he is hopelessly lost. He casts an anxious glance at the gasoline gauge. The needle has been moving inexorably to the left. Already it is brushing the edge of the E. And now, suddenly... What the... Look out! Little girl! Look out! He opens his eyes. He takes a deep breath. The car has crashed into a tree. Muttering a silent, heartfelt prayer, he tries to start it. That's Wait. The child. The little girl. That little girl. What happened to that little girl? I didn't hit her. I know I didn't hit her. Could I have hit her without knowing it? No, that's not possible. Where is she? Where'd she go? What's a child like that doing out here all by herself? Little girl. Little girl. I want to help you. Where are you? Little girl. Little girl. What's that? What was that? What was that?
Yes?
May I use your telephone?
I'm afraid not.
Look, I know it's wise to be careful if strangers want to enter your home. I suppose I could be a thief. But I assure you my plight is genuine. Look, I don't have to come in if that's what's bothering you. You could telephone for me. The nearest garage and the police.
That would be impossible. I have no telephone.
This seems to be the first house I've seen for miles. Would there be another nearby, up ahead?
No.
Well, how far is it to any sort of town?
Quite a distance.
Look, it's not just my car. I think there's a little lost child out there.
A lost child?
Yes, that's why I had the accident. She ran across the road, suddenly. She appeared from out of nowhere.
You saw a child?
I'm sure I saw a child.
But there are no children anywhere in the vicinity.
But still, I know
As the sun goes down, it casts a fascinating play of light and shadow through the trees. And one sees many things that may not be there.
Well, yes, but afterward I heard the little girl.
You heard a little girl?
Yes, her laughter.
A little girl's laughter?
Well, it sounded like a little girl laughing.
Or it may have been the chirping of a bird. The wind in the trees. Sometimes an animal sound.
I suppose you could be right.
Were you thinking perhaps of a little girl as you were driving along?
Now, why would I be thinking? No, not at all.
The mind, it plays such games with us sometimes.
Yeah, I'm sure it does. But I guess I better find a phone somewhere.
The darkness has already come.
Yes, I can see.
I wonder, might I prevail on you to spend the night here?
Well, yes, thank you.
And at first light, Mr. Crenshaw will arrange for repairs to your car.
Mr. Crenshaw?
My general factotum.
Look, I'm probably imposing, but I really would be quite up against it if it weren't for your very kind offer.
Then it's settled. Won't you come in, Mr.
Montrose. Hugh Montrose, Jr.
How do you do, Mr. Montrose? I am Thyra Bordenave.
Thank you, Miss Bordenave.
Mrs. Bordenave.
Oh. It's really beautiful country hereabouts, you know?
Yes.
Oh, it is somewhat desolate.
It's private.
Of course. I'm sure you and Mr. Bordenave must enjoy the privacy.
Mr. Bordenave is dead.
Oh, I'm sorry.
It's quite all right. Mr. Montrose, why does your face seem so familiar?
You know, this is a most impressive place you have here. Imagine a massive Victorian mansion in such a remote area.
Ah, here is Crenshaw. Where is your car?
Or perhaps 100 yards or so down the road.
Crenshaw, this is Mr. Montrose.
Yes, ma'am.
Show Mr. Montrose to the Aurora bedroom, and then have his things brought from his automobile. Dinner is at 7:30. You should have ample time for a bath and a nap.
This way, sir. This thing, it was happening to me. This thing that I'd seen in 50 movies and read in 100 books. The stranger who seeks shelter for the night. The mysterious, brooding mansion. The beautiful lady. The menacing manservant. Why did she seem to have such a queer look when I mentioned the little girl? Now, this movie thing, this book thing, this fiction thing, it was happening to me. Or was it? Come in.
I have your things, Mr. Montrose.
Oh, thank you, Mr. Crenshaw.
I shall lay them out for you.
Yes, thank you again. Did you look at the car?
I have arranged to have it towed to Morphy's garage in the morning, sir.
That's good. Oh, you don't have to unpack everything, Mr. Crenshaw. I'm only staying the night.
You never know, sir.
Listen.
Sir?
Did you hear that?
Hear what?
That.
I'm afraid not, sir.
But it was just as plain as...
What was?
It was a child.
A child?
Yes, a child laughing.
Well, that's impossible.
No, but I distinctly heard...
There are no children here.
There's a little child standing right outside the store. And I'll prove it. Where did she go?
Where did who go?
There was a child. I heard her laugh.
Her?
A little girl. It was the same little girl.
Sir?
Look, just a little while ago, on the road. She suddenly darted across. I had to go off to the side or else hit her. Well, you saw the car.
Yes. I saw the car.
And then I heard the little girl. She was laughing. You know, the way a child laughs.
There are no children in the house.
But, Mr. Crenshaw, Will you help me?
If I can.
Look, obviously I'm having a problem.
Yes, sir.
Look, I see... That is, I catch a glimpse of a little girl on the road. I hear her laugh. You follow this?
Yes, sir.
I cannot imagine what she would be doing out there all by herself. So I'm willing to believe that somehow it's in my imagination.
Yes, sir.
No. Let's not just pass it off like that. Look, Mr. Crenshaw, our imagination is a bottomless pit filled with an infinity of ideas, impressions, a witch's brew of phantoms and fantasy. Anyone may imagine anything at any time for any reason. You follow this?
Yes, sir.
So then, we may ask ourselves, how can we tell if what we see and hear is real or imagined? Do you know how we can tell?
I'm waiting for your explanation.
But the answer is that we really cannot tell. It's a matter of majority rule. You understand?
I believe so.
I just heard a little girl laughing. You didn't. Is your hearing impaired in any way, Mr. Crenshaw?
No, sir.
Then which of us is right? The rest of the house shall decide. Will you find out for me if anyone else has heard the child?
As you wish, sir.
You're not eating, Mr. Montrose.
I don't seem to be very hungry.
Please, you must show the cook an empty plate. She so rarely has a chance to prepare a meal for company. And tonight, I must say she outdid herself. Try the fish. It's fresh from our own trout stream.
Mrs. Bordenave.
You seem to be troubled.
Frankly, yes. I seem to be faced with the loss of my sanity.
Oh, come now.
When one loses one's perception of reality...
Oh, the business of the childish laughter.
I find it quite serious.
I'm sure you do.
And very upsetting.
I haven't heard anything. Nor has Crenshaw. Neither has Cook. Have you spoken with the other servants, Crenshaw?
Yes, madam.
And?
Nothing, ma'am.
Is there any reason why you should have seen or heard a little girl of 3 or 4?
Well, no.
Do you have any children?
No, I've always been a bachelor.
Did you ever have anything to do with children?
Why did you ask me that?
I thought perhaps that children may have been on your mind.
Why would children be on my mind?
We all think about children now and then.
Yes, perhaps that's one of the problems of our society. We're too child-centered. We seem to be obsessed with children. We make them the center of the universe. We've distorted our entire culture to accommodate the transient, destructive demands of childhood. Would you agree, Mrs. Bordenave?
Well,
Other civilizations managed to cope with children. And they did it by placing them in the proper perspective.
I dare say.
Well, I'm sorry. You must excuse me. I really don't know why I said those things.
Your accident has had a more disturbing effect than you think. A good...
No, I'm not dreaming. I hear it. It's coming from just outside my bedroom window. There she is. Little girl, what are you doing down there? What are you doing down there in the middle of the night? What, don't you belong to anyone? What are you doing all by yourself? Look, I see you. No, you're not a dream. You're a tiny, rose-cheeked little girl. You have long blonde hair. You're wearing a red pinafore. You have a doll in your arms. A doll dressed in a blue sailor suit. Wait for me. Wait, I'm coming downstairs. Wait for me, little girl. Will she wait? Who is this elusive little girl? For that matter, who are all these people? Who is Mrs. Thyra Bordenave, Mr. Crenshaw, and who is Mr. Hugh Montrose? Getting back to our question, will she wait? For the answer, you will have to wait until I return with Act 2 shortly. Children, they say, should be seen and not heard. However, we do seem to have a situation here concerning a child that is often heard but rarely seen, except at certain unexpected moments. A most disturbing and elusive little lady, to be sure. Now, don't go away, little girl. Don't go away. I'm coming downstairs. Mr. Crenshaw, Mrs. Bortnabe, that little girl, she's here. She's downstairs. See for yourselves.
Well, Mr. Montrose.
I tell you, she was here less than a minute ago.
Yes?
Right here, right underneath my window. She even smiled up at me.
But where is she?
But she couldn't have gone far, Mrs. Bortnabe. A little girl like that, out all by herself. How did she get here? What's she doing? Whom does she belong to?
Mr. Crenshaw.
I've been all over the ground, ma'am.
Didn't you see anything?
Nothing. And no one, sir.
But, Mrs. Bortnabe, I know what you're thinking. It's my imagination. I was dreaming, no?
Well, Mr. Montrose...
Let me say this. I'm an extremely practical person. I'm a scientist. Actually, I'm a chemist. I've been indoctrinated in the scientific method. Proof, facts, evidence. I saw that little girl.
Mr. Montrose, you'll feel better in the morning.
You don't believe me?
I didn't say that.
You're trying to humor me, aren't you?
I'm not.
Then help me find that child.
Mr. Crenshaw has already searched the grounds.
We should search them again.
If you like.
I only know that I saw that little girl, and she has to be around here somewhere. But she wasn't. I looked everywhere. There wasn't a single sign of her. How could she simply disappear? How? And she'd already done it twice. All right, I could take the easy way out. I could say it all in the imagination. I could say I'm under a strain. But it's not true. I saw the child.
Good morning, Mr. Montrose.
Good morning, Mrs. Bortnabe.
You slept well, I trust.
Yes.
Please, help yourself to breakfast.
Thank you.
Mr. Montrose, do you realize that this is the first time I've seen you in daylight? And you know, you still look familiar.
I'm sure we hadn't met. I certainly would have remembered someone as gracious and charming as you.
That's very kind of you, Mr. Montrose.
Why does an attractive woman such as you shut herself away in this isolated spot, cut off completely from the world?
When my husband died, I felt that the light had gone out of my life forever.
You know, when the first primitive man saw his first sunset, he too thought the light had left the world forever. But while we live, there's always hope for a sunrise.
Yes, perhaps. Who knows? But I wonder why you should look so familiar.
I haven't the faintest idea.
Perhaps I should ask Mr. Crenshaw.
Mr. Crenshaw?
He has one of those retentive, I suppose you might even say photographic memories.
Oh?
You're not some movie star hiding out from a voracious public, are you?
What makes you think I'm a movie star?
You're handsome enough.
Thank you. But I happen to be a chemist.
Of course. So you said last night. Crenshaw, we must arrange to have Mr. Montrose's car taken care of.
Yes, ma'am.
And since we have no telephone, I suppose you'll have to drive to town to tell Mr. Morphy to send a tow truck.
At once, ma'am.
Oh, I wouldn't like to put you all to that trouble.
It's no trouble.
If I could drive to town myself and not upset the routine of your household, Mrs. Bortnabe.
Very well, if you like. Crenshaw, give Mr. Montrose the keys to the blue car.
Yes, ma'am.
Crenshaw, why do you suppose Mr. Montrose should look so familiar?
His picture was in the paper, ma'am.
Oh, was it? Have we a celebrity here? What did it say?
I don't know, ma'am. I didn't read the article. I merely glanced at the picture.
Well, now, Mr. Montrose, why would your picture be in the paper?
No, I'm sure it's a mistake. Look, I'd better be getting on to town.
Mr. Montrose,
yes.
I should like to accompany you.
Oh?
Yes, I don't get out very much. It would be an excursion. Do you mind?
Mind?
Besides, it might be more effective if I were there.
Effective?
Yes. You see, Mr. Morphy is a highly independent sort. That's a local euphemism for surly. He might put you off. I, on the other hand, can exercise a certain amount of leverage.
Once again, I must add to the long list of your kindnesses toward me, Mrs. Bortnabe. What an attractive woman. I feel drawn to her, just as I'm sure she's drawn to me. Why couldn't I have met her 20 years ago? 10 years ago? What would have been the good? She would have been married to another man with whom she was deeply in love. Oh, but if we'd only known each other
She would have saved me. She wouldn't have allowed me to...
No. I must not rewrite history. I would have broken her heart.
Maybe she can save me now. Maybe she can help me construct an edifice of sanity. And I'll be all right. I'll be all right.
Life up here does have its compensations.
Yes, I would agree now.
Now?
Yes. At one time, other things seemed so much more important.
What other things?
I suppose you could place it all under a single heading.
And what would that be?
Getting on in the world.
Was that an important thing to you?
It was the only thing.
And when did you decide it no longer mattered? Forgive me. It seems I'm prying.
No,
Mr. Montrose, you seem so troubled.
Well, it's early in the day. I never was much of a morning person.
Mr. Montrose, you?
Yes?
After Edward Bordenave died, I never thought I'd meet another man who, well, could have even been an interesting person.
You must have loved him very much.
Too much. That isn't good either. Listen to me. We hardly know each other, and here I'm ready to pour out the story of my life. Why am I doing this?
Yes, I know.
And to make matters worse, you're a fugitive.
What are you saying?
You're running away.
Look, Mrs. Bordenave.
Sarah.
I was acquitted.
Oh, perhaps not from the law, but from yourself.
None of it was my fault. There was no proof that I'd acted in a criminal or even in a careless manner. It happens. It happens all the time.
Why are you running away?
I don't know. Is that the garage? Joseph Morphy?
Yes.
Well, let's go in and see if he can fix my car.
Yes. He can fix your car, but that's all. Hello, is anybody here? Is that you, Joe?
No, I'm his brother, Jerry. Oh, it's you, Miss Bordenave. Buddy, you don't come in here. It's full of grease and paint. I'll talk to you in the office.
They don't like anyone to come into the shop. After all, that's the scene and the time.
Well, now, Miss Bordenave, what can I do for you?
Is Joe here?
Joe? Well, no.
Do you expect him soon? I have a job which requires his special attention.
Well, he ain't going to be here today. Maybe not even tomorrow. He's in bad shape.
He is?
Miss Bordenave, the funeral was yesterday.
The funeral? Whose funeral?
Oh, I guess you didn't know.
What didn't I know?
About Betty Jane?
Betty Jane?
Yes, Miss Bordenave. She just died sudden.
But she was only 3 years old.
3.5, ma'am.
But how? Why? What did Dr. Morris say?
Well, it was from... I'm not sure. It was from that thing they was feeding her.
What was that?
Well, the doc says... It was in the paper. You might have read about it. Some kind of preparation. Supposed to make them healthier, but... Well, it got something in it that certain kids just die from.
Oh, this is awful.
I understand the stuff's been taken off the market. Old Ben Manners at the drugstore, he's so mad he took all he had left and burned it.
Oh, poor Joe.
Yeah. That little girl was all he cared about in the whole world.
Yes, I know.
Smart as a whip she was, too.
Yes. Well, what we came here for originally, it seemed so important.
Well, I guess you got some work you want us to do, eh? I don't know when we can get to it the way things are now. I don't know, maybe a week, okay?
Yes, I suppose so.
I tell you, I don't get my hands on that guy that made that stuff.
Maybe it wasn't his fault.
Yeah?
No, you have to understand. It was developed in the laboratory.
So?
Some research chemist was... Well, he was trying to do good.
Yeah?
There's always a risk, you know.
Yeah, well, tell that to Joe and Ed the Morphy. I was reading in the paper, at least 100 other kids are dead.
If you were reading the paper, you also should have read where the government investigators found no evidence of criminal intent. The man was completely absolved.
Yeah. Well, I don't absolve him. I hope he burns forever in the hottest fires of hell. Look what he did to just one kid. One innocent little kid. Here, let me show you this little kid.
Here, look at this picture. Look at it.
Look, I'm only trying to explain.
Look at her. She was only 3 years old. I took this picture on her birthday. See? That long blonde hair, those big blue eyes. Her mother made her that little red pinafore. And Joe bought her the doll. The doll in the blue sailor suit.
The little girl. That's the little girl. Here, give me that.
Hey, what are you...
This is the little girl I saw on the road. Just last night.
What's he saying, Miss Borden?
And later she was underneath the window.
Who is this guy?
You must calm yourself. Calm yourself.
What's the matter with him?
You're telling me I killed her. Is that what you're telling me?
I ain't telling you anything.
But it's true. It's true. I did kill her.
He did. He says so. And therefore, he must be that man who created, invented, however it came about, that certain medicine or preparation. What a remarkably complex society we have. We have all sorts of killers and all sorts of ways to kill people. And so much of it is done unintentionally, impersonally, unconsciously. I shall return shortly with Act 3.
This is WBBM Chicago.
The brand of Cain. How simple it was to assess, to judge mankind's first murder. The smoldering anger, the burst of fury, the raised club, the crushed skull. But as we evolve and become infinitely complex human beings, even killing undergoes a metamorphosis. It is now possible to kill unconsciously, without passion, without even meaning or wanting to, and most often, without even knowing about it.
Yes, I killed her.
You can't say that.
Who is this guy? What's he talking about?
This little girl. I killed this little girl.
What do we got here, Miss Borden?
Now, Hugh, everything is going to be all right.
No, nothing's going to be all right. Nothing can ever be all right again. Not for me.
Miss Borden, maybe this fellow needs a doctor.
A doctor? My good man, I am a doctor.
Well, then, Doc, don't you think...
Look, I have a Ph.D. in chemistry.
Hugh, perhaps we'd better go.
Go?
Back home.
Home? I was driven from my home. The devils drove me from my home.
Come to my home. Everything will be all right.
I'm sorry about the little girl. Please believe me, I'm sorry about little Betty Jane Morphy and all the others.
Yes, Hugh, yes. Now we must go home.
Is this how it's going to be? Am I going to lose my mind? Shall I preside over the slow disintegration of my sanity? No, I have to fight. I'm only 42. I can still have a long, productive, useful life. Now that I've met her finally, I can be happy. We can be happy. All I need is a little rest. A little sleep. Mrs. Borden?
Yes, Crenshaw?
I have here a copy of the newspaper.
Thank you. Chemist found blameless in infant deaths. Dr. Montrose unaware that Nutricin had been inadequately and improperly tested.
I see you're reading my press notices.
Oh.
And now you know.
Everyone agrees it wasn't your fault.
Yes, but the children are dead.
Yes.
Nutricin was mine, my creation. It was going to make every child healthy, strong, more resistant to infections, fevers. It was going to be a wonder, a miracle drug.
Yes, that's what you wanted.
That's what I thought I'd found. But it began a chain reaction, and it destroyed the ability, the natural ability of the body to... Do you follow what I'm saying?
Yes.
And now they're dead. 100 children that we know about. They're dead.
Yes, we know that, and it's tragic. But do you want to die, too?
I?
Life goes on. You're like the captain of a plane that crashes with the loss of every life aboard but your own. You're a commanding officer of a company that has been wiped out.
But these were children. Children.
It makes it harder, but it must be done.
What must be done?
You must rebuild your life.
I can't think of that now.
You must think of that now, before it's too late.
before you become too deeply enmeshed in remorse and regret. I felt that way. I was driving the car when Edward Bordenave died.
Please, I don't want to hear anything.
But you must listen. I had too much to drink. I insisted on driving. Need I tell you there was a crash? And he was killed instantly. But I escaped unhurt. I ran away from the world. That's why I'm here. But you can't run away. The world was meant to be lived in. It has too much to offer. That's what I suddenly realized when you knocked on my door.
Oh, it's too late.
Why?
You know what I did?
Yes. You tried to do something worthwhile. You tried to make things better.
And I made things worse.
But that's how it goes in this world. Next time you'll be successful.
Next time?
And I'll be successful, too. I'll have a real marriage. I won't be a spoiled, indulged little doll. We all get another chance.
What? Do you really believe that?
You do. You told me.
What?
Didn't you say, while we live, there's always hope for a sunrise?
Yes, but...
What? Was it just talk?
We've only just met.
That's right. But we met at exactly the right time, when each of us needs the other. And so maybe our meeting was no accident.
What are you saying?
I don't know what I'm saying. Or maybe I do. Maybe these things are meant to be. Who knows? What brought you to my house at the exact moment in time when...
I look into her eyes, the deep, dark eyes, and there's a light that shines in them. A soft light that fills me with warmth and hope. What did bring me to her house at this exact moment in time? Was it for this purpose? To be given fresh hope? Courage? I dared to think, I dared to believe it was so. Why not? Why shouldn't I be saved?
Hugh, tell me about Nutricin.
Nutricin?
Tell me the truth about Nutricin.
It's all in the newspapers.
I don't care what's in the newspapers. I want the truth.
Nutricin. I wanted to create a builder of tissue.
What went wrong?
I wanted to create a wholesome, beneficial thing for children, to build stronger bodies, to increase resistance to disease.
And what happened?
I thought I had.
Yes?
But it got away from me.
I don't understand.
They came along.
Who?
You know, this big company. You read the paper.
Yes.
And they said, well, you know what they said. You read it.
Yes.
They said, you've got it. Man, if you've got it, we'll take it from here. Now it requires the kind of research and development that we're equipped to do.
And so you gave it to them. You gave them Nutricin.
Yes.
Why?
Because this is how it's done. You come up with the idea, you come up with the basic formula, the product in its primitive state, and then an outfit with the equipment, the facilities, the money, the manpower comes and takes it over.
And they took it.
Well, how was I to know that they'd rush it to the market without...
But you acted in good faith.
Yes.
Then what will drive away the devils?
But no one believes me.
Everyone believes you. The charges against you were dropped, weren't they?
They believe me legally. Well, they believe me technically. But they don't really believe me.
I believe you.
What? Sarah.
See, all you need is one person to believe you. Eventually, everyone falls into line.
Why didn't I meet you when I was younger?
We have so much time to make up for. Let's not waste a single minute. I want to sell this house.
And go where?
New York.
New York?
Or Boston, or Chicago, or San Francisco.
But...
Where the work is, where the fun is. You'll open another laboratory.
Do you know what you're saying?
Of course.
Who would ever trust me?
I trust you.
What company would ever want anything to do with me?
It's going to be difficult.
You don't know what you're talking about.
Are you afraid? Afraid to fight back?
It can take such a long time.
But you haven't answered the question. Are you afraid to fight your way back?
No. I'm not afraid of anyone or anything.
Oh, darling. Darling. What was that?
Sounded like a shot.
Shot, right fire shot.
I'm sorry, Miss Bordenhead.
Jerry Murphy, what's the meaning of
Your fellow Crenshaw wouldn't let me come in.
What did you do to Crenshaw?
Nothing. I had to put a bullet through the window to convince him I meant business.
How dare you force your way in here?
I don't have no quarrel with Crenshaw. It's him, standing there. He's the one I want.
Do you realize Crenshaw is calling the sheriff?
I know. I know something else, too. I know it has to take the sheriff at least 20 minutes to get out here. I don't need 20 minutes for what I have to do.
What are you saying? Put that gun away.
What am I saying? Ask him. He knows what I'm saying. Tell her what I'm saying, Dr. Montrose. You know who I am. You as good as told me back in the shop. And I remembered seeing your picture in the paper. He's going to kill me, Thyra.
No.
Can't you see it? Can't you see it in his eyes?
Jerry, listen to me.
Sorry, Mrs. Bordenave. I gotta do it.
Who are you to judge another human being?
We're past that kind of argument.
You'll spend the rest of your life in jail.
That's all right. I have to do it. I have to do it for my brother.
Jerry, don't you understand? It was a mistake.
We all have to pay for our mistakes.
He didn't mean it. He tried. Oh, good Lord, Jerry, he's a man of science, of truth. He only wanted to do good. It wasn't his fault.
It wasn't?
No, it wasn't. He had a vision of children who would never be sick. Children who would never suffer. That's why he created nutrition.
Let him tell me that, Miss Bordenave. Tell me, Doctor. Tell me you invented the thing for the reason she said. Tell me that.
Tell him you.
Well, the answer is yes. You did it for the kids. You didn't do it for the money.
Tell him you did it for the children.
Can you tell me that? Yes. Miss Bordenave, do you have a Bible?
A Bible? In the drawer.
All right, get it.
Here.
Give it to him. Now, Doctor, tell me you didn't do it to get rich. Hold on to that Bible and tell me. I did it because I wanted... Listen.
What is it?
Quit stalling. She's here. Who's here? Don't you recognize her laugh? Your niece. What are you trying to put over? Oh, listen. It's Betty Jane. She's dead. No, she's here. Betty Jane's here. Now I know. Now I know what this place is. This is the place they all come to afterward. They come here to her, to Thyra Bordenave, this dear, kind lady.
Hugh, what are you saying?
That's why I came here. Don't you understand? No, listen to me. Listen. Children, listen to me, all of you. I came here to find you.
Hugh, you must calm yourself.
Don't you hear them all?
There is no death.
Oh, yes, sir. Children, you must forgive me. I shouldn't have sold the Nutricin before it was ready. But they gave me money. Children, do you know how much money? Then why not? I was only doing it for the money. But it's the truth. I was tired of being poor. Oh, I was respected. I was distinguished, but I was poor. I just let the idea of the money make me careless.
Don't say that. He'll kill you.
Let him kill me. I hear her laughter. I'll hear it till the day I die. Go ahead, Jerry. Kill me. Kill me. What are you waiting for? I can't kill me. Why not? Because I hear her laughing, too.
Jerry.
I'm the one that killed her. I'm the one who said to Joe and Edna, poor kid's so scrawny. Why don't you give her some of that Nutricin stuff they advertise? I'm the one who talked him into it. I wanted Joe to kill me, too. But he won't. Please, Jerry. I won't kill you, neither. You and me. We're gonna hear this little girl till the day we die. See how the children wait, says the poet. That is true. They wait. They wait for what children have always waited for since the very beginning of time. They wait their turn. They wait for the day when they shall no longer be children. And how do they know when that day arrives? It comes when the lilt of childish laughter has left the voice forever. I'm leaving you, but only for a short while. We read the paper, we hear, we see the news. Every now and then, something goes wrong with our marvelous mechanized civilization. The plane falls, the machine fails, the building collapses. The beneficial chemical suddenly runs amok and destroys instead of heals. And so, murder. Unintentional, accidental, regrettable murder, but murder nevertheless, is built into our culture. Does every society require victims? The ancients believed so. That's why they performed sacrifices. Does the heart of the matter ever really change? Our cast included Alexander Scorby, Laurie March, and Court Benson. The entire production was under the direction of Hyman Brown. This is E.G. Marshall inviting you to return to our Mystery Theater for another adventure in the macabre. Until next time, pleasant dreams.
Mm-hmm.